Hello! Welcome to the Ghost in the Machine.
I want to see you do that with a straight face.
Dungeons and Dragons, actual live play about memory, identity, magic, and politics. I am your host, Matthew Bowman!
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been a million years since I was unleashed.
A million years.
Lived there for a million years.
Eating up the mud.
I was with family, attending to those who needed me, and being rejected by the people I love.
That took a dark turn. Isn't that Christmas for everyone?
Deal.
That's nightly for me.
I'll show them you guys. You can see their faces.
I mean, is that wise?
No.
It's not wise.
No.
Also, new overlays.
Woo! Look at the prettiness. The dice and the
cards.
gears, and there's
There's
no
no
dice.
dice on there.
I was
What are you
looking at
talking
her
about?
dice here. I'm distracted by the size of these things.
My balls are larger than his.
Absolute
unit
I
of
believe
dice.
that.
Also, new overlays and a new alert.
Yeah.
And a
We
new
should have
alert.
alert boxes now.
So when you subscribe,
Oh,
it'll
his
flash your
slippers
name.
over here.
If you give us
That's where they
bits,
went.
it'll flash your name and you will be immortalized forever because these
Oh,
go to
nice.
YouTube and get
Does
archived.
it do it for
Nice.
follows or just?
It does it for subscribes.
Okay.
It does it for follows. It does it for bits.
Hey,
That's
hey,
cool.
hey.
But each one is different. So
you have to do all of them to
try to
You have to do
get
each
all
one in
three.
sequence
Yeah.
to find
Yeah.
out what they look like.
Become the triple threat your mother wants you
Just
to
don't
Correct.
unfollow us. That one doesn't
The
have
triple
anything
threat.
special.
Correct.
The triple threat that Mr. Rogers knows you can be.
be. That's right. So Lasers and Feelings went very well last week. Congratulations. And the Droskin Christmas special that Rob ran also went exceedingly well. The first ever external campaign set in the world of Edda. Very exciting for me as a creator.
Good times.
I now have a backup character. When Justice dies.
No. None of that is allowed. Oh, no, sir.
I'm so glad to know that Whoville is now in Droska somewhere.
No, not as such.
No,
not
not as
canon. The real canon is the friends you made along the way.
That's correct.
I think that you
And
call
the
this all
entire
legacy.
episode.
This is all
Yeah,
legacy
it's,
stuff.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
squarely in the legacy column.
Yeah.
So, random on-topic question. Did you update the loot tracker? Because if you did, we all have lots of gold, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, you do. You guys should have quite a good amount.
I may have spent
I
a
need
lot
to
of
double
time.
check and make sure.
So-
We have a pretty decent amount of gold.
Before we get started, remember our friends at Animal Helper, a 501c3 located in New
I
Orleans.
just noticed now.
501c3 located in New Orleans. They help special needs animals and are terrific, and they support us, and we support them. When we last left our heroes, the Prism had just returned from a harrowing adventure into the lower plains to rescue Auric, the abjurationist elven paramour and husband to Selena, our resident druid. They narrowly escaping after being confronted not only by the steward, who they assassinated, and some torturers and some chained monstrosities. They, at the very tail end of their journey, just as Mrs. Kilgass was ready to evacuate them in an emergency plane shift, they were confronted by none other than the Supreme Pontifex of the Sulfuran Council, Mr. Finkelstein.
No big.
if you guys wouldn't have held me back, I'm sure I could have taken him.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's a thing that would have happened.
They vanished past the arresting light back into the material plane to find themselves greeted by their friends and loved ones. They settled in to the Bannered Mare, and Sovelius, through some knowledge of arcane arts, removed a divination curse from Alric, and realized that they had been being watched for their brief time that they were back in the material plane. They fled to Morgan's ship, to the safest place in the Gishari Republic for them, and settled in for the night to reunite with their loved ones, to talk and to catch up and to just settle down after what was most certainly an very difficult several days.
Mm-hmm.
Gilly reunited with her brother Finnan, who is about 19 or 20 years old waiter, now turned layabout, who they return to the Dire Bar to collect his stuff, and they said a bid adieu to the mysterious Ygritte, who revealed herself to be the heir to the region known as Midrim, which is a place, wouldn't you know it, in the center of the country that is currently absent a duke. She revealed herself to be a pawn in this great game that is being played, and left and bid them adieu to go to some mountains somewhere to train with the jeweler. We pick back up with the son of the Prism, having been trying to leave the Dire Bar, noticing a mysterious knife, or quite a simple knife, stuck in the throat of a raccoon, left as a message of some kind. We pick back up in the Dire Bar. What are y'all doing?
Is the Dire Bar empty at this moment?
When you look around, it does appear to be empty.
Was it empty when we came in?
It was more or less empty. Yeah, there might have been like one straggling bartender or whatnot, but the scenes are identical.
I'm gonna make a quick perception check to see if I see anyone about. If that's okay?
Yep.
That is a 6. Actually, no, wait. I can use Gladiosa. That is an 8.
Wow.
Oh, no, 10. That got it, finally. +6. 4 + 6. It's been 2 weeks, guys.
A whole 10.
The whole 2 weeks.
Whole
A
10.
10. You look around, the scene appears to be undisturbed. There's just a raccoon with a knife in its throat, and the bar much the way you left it just a few moments ago.
So I'm gonna lean over and whisper in Justice's ear.
You're not there.
Yeah. It was him, her,
Oh,
him,
Yeah.
Glitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're back with Alric on the ship.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And
Sucks to
Sibelius.
be you.
Well, clean Kirsten.
Take me.
I was just about
We're
to
all
do that.
alone.
I was
You're all
literally, Gilly, is that the creature that you used to summon your brother?
That looks like it. How old does it look? How long does it look like it's been dead?
Roll investigation.
May I assist her?
Yeah, if you trained in investigation.
Indeed I am.
Medicine checks.
It's pretty
Yeah, we're not.
good.
Dr. Gilly, veterinarian woman.
23.
23?
Yeah.
It appears to be not decaying or stringy in any manner. Rigor mortis is likely past, but it's a pretty fresh corpse.
So, not from when I originally sent it.
No.
Would have been kept and killed or tracked down and killed.
Yep.
I will ask Gladiosa to detect magic.
There are no extraordinary magical energies present.
Glitch.
Yeah.
Something doesn't feel very right here.
Oh, you mean because of the ominous raccoon with the knife stuck in its throat?
Yeah.
I'll say.
What is Finnan's reaction?
He's like, oh shit. He just looks shocked. He's like, what would someone do that for?
Finnan,
Yeah.
have you made any enemies while here in Mercinia?
No. Everyone likes a friendly halfling.
Can I see if he's lying to me?
Go ahead and roll insight.
This is my best skill. 20.
20. He's not lying.
I believe that he is telling the truth.
I serve people. I give them drinks. I work as hard as I can. Well, for the most part. And no, I haven't made any enemies.
And the last time you saw this raccoon, it was alive?
I didn't do that.
I'm going to attempt to remove the knife from the wall.
Alrighty. Comes out. Raccoon drops.
Is there anything special about the knife?
It's a pretty rudimentary knife. Go ahead and roll an investigation. It's good music for that.
Can I help him?
We're
You
both
are.
looking at it.
Advantage.
See if it's like from something from your past. That would be a 23.
A 23.
Indeed.
Sorry, I was trying. I spent all that time trying to decide on what song I wanted to play.
You play Spice World?
Yeah.
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
All right.
Want a dead raccoon nailed to
Actually, I
the
don't
wall.
think.
If you want to be my raccoon, gonna stab you in the throat.
Oh. Song's gotten
So it's
weird.
just a typical knife, common make. There's nothing extraordinary about it.
Perhaps we should make our way back to the ship.
25, right?
23.
23. Common make, nothing extraordinary.
Well, it would seem that either you or your brother, somebody, is trying to send a message.
And there's no one else in the bar. Not even a bartender or anything.
They were like there was someone. It's the scene is undisturbed. Yeah.
Sorry. Should we leave the raccoon or bring it with us? Is there anything that you can use with magic to ascertain who did this?
I don't
Or
know.
perhaps Selena?
Maybe. She knows all kinds of things about animals.
Correct.
I can't do anything for it. It's been dead more than a minute. Right?
I'm gonna grab like a tablecloth off of one of the tables, if there are.
Diamonds.
There are no tablecloths. This is not. This is not a decent.
Shitty one. Not even.
Rogan's cloak out of
Yeah.
the bag.
Yeah. I guess I'll just try to find a burlap sack or something or anything. Just stuff it in the bag.
All right.
I'm going to make myself look like a gnome.
Okay.
An elderly gnomish man.
Okay. You now appear as an elderly gnomish man.
If you wait here, I will step out into the street to see if there is anything amiss. And I'll use the cloak to make myself look like a Brogan, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of step out onto the street and look left, look right, see if I can see anything, and ask Gladiosa to take a look around.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
10.
You look around. All quiet on the western front.
Step back and say, "It would appear to be clear." Oh, it would appear to be clear.
I'm sure it's fine. Let's just go.
Okay. Do we want to try to be sneaky, or should we just hightail it back?
I mean, we can try. I'm not very good at it, but we can try.
I can make you a little bit better. And I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Maybe-
You guys can stealth back at half speed.
Yeah. Sneak back to the place.
Sneak.
I will roll for glitch and what's his face, Finnan? Plus 10, right?
Yeah. I won't get advantage because I'm not wearing my thingy. That's okay.
Not wearing my thingy.
My boots or my cloak.
18.
18 total?
20.
Glitch
20
with the
total?
link.
Yes.
Okay. Works for me. You guys
That little smile.
you guys slowly make your way back to the airship and arrive unmolested.
My favorite type that you know. Yeah.
What time is it when they go on?
So, if memory serves, this is the wee hours of the morning. We're talking, by the time you got back, since you guys moved stealthily, very cautiously, this is like 5 a.m. now.
Once we get back to the airship, perhaps, well, I'm sure Selena will be sleeping. We could wait till she wakes up in the morning, show her the corpse, or do you think we should wake her up now?
I mean, we could just see if she's sleeping.
Oh, that's true. She might not be.
You know, with everything that's been going on, she might not be sleeping.
I could just leave the raccoon under the blanket, next to her so she finds it when she wakes up.
That sounds like it would be quite the wrong way to go about things.
I mean, she'll get it, right? That's something people do. Okay.
Don't think it's a thing that people do, but okay.
I'll walk over to the door the room that cabin Selena's been sleeping in.
Hey. Selena, are you awake? I used message.
You are now.
I am now.
A message tends to wake people up.
Oh!
It's a psychic, piercing all manner of defenses and yeah.
Getting into your brain meats.
Yeah.
Come in.
Brogan. We have something that we want you to
Just
look
an
at.
elderly gnomish man.
I flump the dead raccoon onto like the desk or whatever and nothing. Can you tell us
Do you recognize him?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You look down, you're like, yeah, that's the raccoon that I had her chase around and all manner of absurdity.
Where did you find him?
When we were leaving the Dyer bar, after we dropped Finnan we walked Finnan back to get his things.
someone nailed it to the door with a knife?
Seems like a pretty vague yet clear yet still vague message.
I forgot that she's got the ruby on. I love it. Can you
I
tell
mean,
us?
the intent is definitely there, but
I mean, maybe it was just no pets allowed.
Well, we were in Gehenna. I'm gonna guess this is the only vestige of my magic that was on the material plane that they could find.
Is there anything you can tell us about it?
They were probably looking for me and found the raccoon.
I'm saying, like, with your magics, can you track where the raccoon has been? Who's had the raccoon?
I
How the
could
raccoon
talk
died.
to it once
Can you-
upon a time.
Can you talk to undead raccoons or dead raccoons?
I think that's more of a mystical religious ability.
Damn.
Glitch pipes up. I could speak to its lingering soul essence, but I don't speak raccoon is the issue. And I don't know if I can be granted that ability by any of you.
This is a poor choice. I'm just gonna turn into a raccoon.
Oh, okay. She's a raccoon now. That's
I'm now a
What is this?
raccoon.
Can she communicate as
Well-
a raccoon?
I can talk to her through message. I know that.
no. I have to be the one to ask the raccoon the question.
Oh.
Right.
But
But-
then I can understand the raccoon as a raccoon. And
But how
she-
can I ask it the questions?
Can you say, like, hey, raccoon, who stabbed you in the throat? And then the raccoon, like, chitters back, and then that raccoon hears
No,
it.
I can't talk to the raccoon.
Oh.
I have no ability to talk to animals.
Oh, damn.
And the
And you
animal
have to
has
be the
no
one that-
ability to understand me.
Oh, no, that's
I don't know what I'm
problematic.
doing. Hold, please.
Well, now we've got two raccoons, one alive.
Yeah, it's productive.
Right.
I
Wow.
can speak with plants. Hold on.
Not a raccoon.
What is
Can we
this?
polymorph the raccoon into, like, a potato and then talk to it?
Do any of us have polymorph?
We do.
That's what. Oh, well, look at that.
Hang on, I thought I had speak with animals in here. I'm working on it. Give me a hot second. I'm really this.
It's a first level spell.
Oh well, then that's why I can't find it. It's in the wrong place.
But I think that's only going to be for you. That's the issue. So unless anyone has some ability to grant me the ability to speak and talk to raccoons, we're pretty much up the creek without a paddle, if you don't mind me saying.
That comprehend languages sound doesn't do it, does it?
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
raccoon is not a language.
That's what I figured.
Well, we do have this, and I pull out the dagger. Like, can we use I don't know. You guys use locate object all the time. Is there something you can?
Cast locate object on the dagger. It's right there.
Look at that. It's there.
Or you can't like use it to.
That's not how this works.
I'm just gonna chitter at them in raccoon because I'm still a raccoon.
I clearly don't understand how this stuff works. I'm just spitballing here.
Well,
Looks like it'll forever be a mystery.
Looks like it.
Sure, we'll never know the answer to who killed that raccoon.
Am I
7
missing
episodes.
something that I should know as a
No.
druid?
You're fine. There's
Okay.
We just have a conundrum.
yeah.
Now, what if we kill Gilly, not Gilly, Selena as a raccoon? Will she turn back and then you could talk to her? And I'm kidding.
Okay, well.
This is a joke.
This has gotten nowhere very quickly.
Well,
Yay.
Can I polymorph the dead raccoon into something you can talk to?
No, polymorph doesn't work on dead creatures.
You could
That's what I thought.
polymorph. Could you polymorph Glitch into a raccoon after he cast the spell?
No, that doesn't.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Didn't think so. Okay. I'm at a loss.
Well, at least we workshopped that. That was good. good teamwork.
perhaps if we polymorph the knife into a raccoon.
What is any of
It's
this?
been too long.
Oh.
Good time.
If we were
New
able,
year, no understanding of how to play this game anymore.
I'm just having fun.
well, better get that thing off the ship before Morgan sees it, or hide it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess that it was the only thing. I've turned back into non-raccoon.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I
God,
started
attack
chittering at them and then realized they couldn't understand me.
She's with her little raccoon hands just gesturing.
I'm gonna guess they were looking for me, and they couldn't find me, and the only thing they could find was the raccoon that had been touched with my magic. And unless Finnan has...
Don't know what's going on here.
Oh yeah, he's still here.
I question him about it. I think he's telling the truth.
He doesn't have any enemies? You don't have any enemies?
No.
No.
Nope. I'm cute. I'm friendly. I'm smart. Everyone likes me. Present company excluded.
Humble, too. Well,
Of all the brothers and sisters who get stuck with.
is
What's that
this...
supposed to mean?
This one's cheeky.
And?
And this one's cheeky.
And you're not cheeky sometimes?
I mean, she's got two cheeks, so do you.
We all have cheeks. Yes, that's exactly what this means.
Precisely. I'm glad that we've got this straightened out.
Good job, Justice.
Thank you. Brogan.
Yeah, well, we're on the ship.
I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, and there was no magic on the raccoon.
No
I guess I
magic
don't
on the
look like a
raccoon,
gnomish
nor
man anymore.
on the dagger. The dagger seems to be mundane in origin.
Hey, why don't we
Nothing
try?
identifying about.
I don't know.
Could
The
the,
Sibelius probably doesn't have anything.
would the College of Whispers know anything about the dagger? You haven't
There
checked
is
in
a-
with them for a while, huh?
I believe I did actually not too long ago. However, I do not necessarily wish to
Right.
go to them
Checked
unnecessarily.
We checked in with them like right before we left for our little excursion.
And we were not gone for very long, from my understanding, correct? Or did time pass differently while we were there?
How many days were we gone?
About 6, I think.
Oh, I have a +8 to perception.
Gone 6
Levels.
days.
Good job.
Levels will do
So-
it.
Well, if the raccoon will be of no use, I could just toss it off the airship. Should we save? Sorry,
What is this?
I'm just like thinking of like, do we need to retain the raccoon? Is there anything that we can do with it, or should we dispose of it?
I don't know. It's a dead raccoon. If anyone was gonna know what to do with it, it would be Selena. I don't know what to do with it.
I could preserve it for a little longer so you guys can keep it.
Label the bag, dead raccoon, don't eat.
We should probably preserve it
Do not
and
open.
find a good place to bury it, or
Sure.
whatever ritual we might need a raccoon for.
Sure.
Just so that we don't leave bits of ourselves here. If there's anything else that we've left in Mercinia, we should probably not.
I think we packed everything up in quite a hurry and just left because we didn't intend to go back to the Plastered Mare after that whole little curse removal thing that Civilius did.
We're more about metaphysical. So.
Wait, what?
Unless I'm wrong, I think the raccoon was targeted because it was touched by my magic. If there's anything else in town that we have touched with our magics, in a non-creepy way, we should probably...
Was it creepy until you said it that way?
Well, someone was giggling.
Oh. Yeah, I
but,
don't know. Well,
yeah. I
unless
should probably not send any more animal messengers through town.
it was just at us in general or at me, because he is my brother.
Yeah.
I did go to find Finnan.
You could test your theory by...
It's not like my family is... we've already talked about how my whole family is not in good standing with House Moira anyway.
Fair enough, but you're not being blamed for killing our sister. You're part of the group.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna go after one of us, mine heads first.
My point is it could just be collectively at us.
Fair enough.
Do you think, is it possible with magics to do as you described, like determine if a creature had been used by a specific spellcaster?
Should I roll Arcana?
Sure.
I can help you. I don't know how much help I'll be.
Okay. Well, enough. That's a 24.
There are some spells that can, especially if the spell is happening on the moment that you cast Identify. There are also some divination things that you can use and things like that. Divination being the school, but your guys' power suite, I don't think you have access to that kind of thing right now.
Well, we don't have access to it, but Moira would.
Yeah, they could potentially divine.
Yeah. So yes, people could find us, but people could find us this specifically, but you and I do not have that power.
Hey, didn't you just help out a whole lot of people? Go healing a lot of people? If you're talking about being worried about your metaphysical magics being a target on people's backs.
Yep, that's a thing.
I could...
Great.
On that note, I think I have like 4 more hours of sleep that this stupid human has to get.
Bye.
As we exit the cabin, so you're like, perhaps in the morning we should make a short foray into the lower Hogna to determine if anyone that Selena had helped has met a messy end.
It's
I
probably a good
suppose,
thing to do.
but Glitch, when are we heading out for Fort Montenhall?
No, you got a couple days. Up to, I think, 2 or 3.
Well,
We keep kind of postponing, keep the masses waiting.
then we have a couple of days to try to unravel the mystery. What troubles me is if they were not able to track the magics, then that means that we were being observed.
Right. It's not exactly the hardest thing to observe us.
Correct, and I'm sure that you trying to catch that small woodland creature in the street was...
And if
Oh,
nothing
yes.
else,
Say it.
I'm sure it was
Shell
Shellatrax.
Shellatrax.
You did catch it right in front of her.
I know, that's why I'm saying it, but I decided to do it like this.
Yep,
Wonderful.
it's a thing that happened.
She's ever watchful, always on scene.
I kind of did that right out in the light of
Correct.
day and everything. So, yeah, great.
Well,
At least Finnan is with us. Now I
Indeed.
can go and try to hurt Finnan. I don't know. I don't see anything else that I can do. So
I will see you in the morning.
sounds good.
Head back up to the top of the ship.
Terrific.
I go make sure Finnan is all taken care of and settled.
He settles in quite nicely. He doesn't seem to be too shaken by the whole circumstance.
Okay.
Yep.
Does seem usual for him.
He plays it pretty cool. A lot of stuff rolls off his shoulder.
He's also pretty drunk still.
He is pretty drunk.
As he falls asleep, I'll just cast Lesser Restoration on him so he's hungover in the morning.
Okay.
It's nice.
You guys sleep. The rest of the 2.5 hours that you had left passes because you guys took an extended rest. Kind of woke up midday.
Mm-hmm.
Napped a little bit. Now you're back up. We'll say it's 7, 8 a.m. morning. You guys just kind of rest there
You're
for
talking
another
about
2
the
hours.
crackling coming out of the speaker.
Glitch and I are just talking about all the weird things that I saw in Gehenna and on the way to Gehenna.
It's like, oh, that's terribly exciting. Did you overall though? You had a good time? I mean, did you? Was it a fruitful adventure?
It was definitively fruitful.
Good.
There's one thing I don't know how this is going to go over with Morgan, but I didn't really see a better option at the time.
Yeah.
But so you just let me know how angry you think she'll be, if she'll be angry
Yeah.
or if she'll be fine. But so we had to kind of help out Mrs. Kilgast a bit.
Yes.
And
That's why you were sent there.
Yeah. And I just kind of recap for him the fact that I used my connection as a winter night to make a deal that we didn't really intend to follow through on to get Yagno out in the open.
Why do you imagine that would be an issue?
Oh, I just don't want anything to reflect badly on her. And I don't know how these things work.
What about it? Don't you know how it works? What is it that you don't know? How can I explain the deal better for you, or what the circumstances?
So I know that it probably wasn't cool for us to make a deal that we never intended to follow through on in a city of deals and mercenaries and all of that, because that's why they have those meeting houses and everything. So I know that we were indefinitely a gray area, and I just wanted to make sure that she wasn't going to get upset if we tarnished her reputation or something.
Not cool by whose standards?
Probably by Gehenna's, the Sulfuran Council.
And why would we give two flying shits with this Sulfuran Council thing?
That's fine. Just checking.
You were sent to do a job, you did a job. By
Okay.
any means necessary, you say. That's probably how I would have played it. You lured the steward out, you got him killed. I say bravo.
It's new territory for me.
Welcome to being a Knight of Winter.
Okay. Good. Not worried.
No, you don't have to worry about how some pissant demons feel about you.
Well, that whole bit of system is going into chaos now because we did the steward in, so.
Good. I look forward to seeing the city burn. But it won't. But I mean, that'd be nice. So morning comes and you guys, stir for breakfast and start to get ready and do all those lovely little morning activities.
So this would be day 2 of Albert being back?
It's about 24 solid hours after he's been back.
Okay.
I will wander up to the common area around the time that people normally mosey out.
It's on deck, hovering over the gentle waves. boarded there at the air spire.
Stand at the edge and survey the rising sun in the city.
I'm still sitting in our turn.
Alrighty.
I'm up on the deck getting some sun.
I'm writing a letter.
I'll
Huh?
probably fall
I'm
asleep
writing a
outside.
letter.
Good. Morgan, you come to Morgan and Civilius, who are sitting on deck and talking, and Morgan turns around whenever you enter the deck, almost instantly. She's like, "Oh, come join us, darling. We're just enjoying the sun rising."
Go and join them. Wordlessly.
So, tell me, you two, how did you find Gehenna? How was your adventure? Would you say on the whole? I feel like I didn't get nearly enough details, although you seem to be. You did tell me, but you know.
It was interesting to say the least. Definitely a lot more exciting than I would have liked, but we were efficient as we could have been.
What's life without a little excitement?
True that.
What do you suppose is next? I know you want to travel, along the way with Fort Mountain Hall, but what else? What else are you going to be doing? You can hang about, it's perfectly respectable, but I imagine you'll be up to something in no time.
Probably. I'm sure we'll get pulled in one way or another. We all have our little tasks and games we play.
Pulled in, you say? Seems to me you lot seek out the trouble. You go kicking hornet's nest, as it were.
Oh, don't read everything in the papers.
Oh,
You don't believe everything you read in the papers.
I was there for a fair bit of it.
Sometimes, in order to enact the change that you want, you must kick the hornet's nest.
Kick all you like. The Creightons are in town, speaking of hornets, as we talked about last night.
Yes, they have arrived due to the tragic passing of Moira.
Ponzia Moira? Yes, tragic indeed.
Oh, what a shame. We shall miss her.
Are they enacting some sort of martial law or just beefing up security?
They're just conducting an inquiry and then having a nice kind of state dinner.
Indeed.
Should we go?
To the state dinner.
Yes. You're invited by rights.
So
I imagine the invitation will be coming today or the next day.
Why would we be invited?
Or today.
Why would we be invited? Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Noble people. It would be, and also she's like they have to invite me.
yeah, me too. She's in town.
Normally I avoid such company, but it might be
Advantageous.
informational.
Well, good to see you two know how to just be people. Not always on the job, you two. Know how to take in a nice dinner and just
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let
That's
it be.
completely what we're planning on is taking a
Yes.
nice dinner.
informational, advantageous.
I mean, it's an advantageous nice dinner.
You hear Mrs. Kilgas go.
Good food.
Just kind of give like a very subtle inclination of the head.
Well, I imagine the invitation will be arriving today, so we can go, we can not go. I haven't decided myself.
Who all would be in attendance? Royalty?
Yes, the who's who.
Of who's who?
Not familiar with who's who, but
I believe it's in Trosca.
Whoville.
I will actually kill them.
Oh, the Who delegation is here.
The Who delegation. The Who ambassadors.
Not
With their
happening.
wibbles and wobbles and bibbles and bobbles.
I will literally kill someone.
That's got the gun like right now. All right. Push to the edge.
Mark at 0.
Do you know when
They're
the
hoodlers.
dinner will be taking place?
I haven't gotten the invite yet, but based on the timeline of everything, pretty freaking soon. Probably tomorrow night.
Indeed. Well, I'll keep an eye out for, Sibelius's invitation.
Yeah.
+4.
Well,
We'll have
Sibelius
to-
and Gilly should get an invitation too. I'm not there.
We can be each of their +1s.
There's a parade today.
Like a
Does it say-
celebration parade?
Oh yes,
Celebration of what?
the arrival of the Archduchess and the
Yeah.
Lord
Be
Paramount.
for the death of Bonzi Moore. Here I am.
No, they've already had the funeral. That
But
happened
what
in-
about the celebration?
of her death? My goodness. Yep. Creighton's got in a couple days ago, and now the parade for their arrival. You know.
Yes.
It will be good to fraternize with that crowd, is what I will say.
So they got in yesterday. Have they had any time to investigate? Do you know?
I don't imagine much. I mean,
Okay.
they are convinced who did it. I don't imagine the investigation is going to be a priority. They just need to figure out how to slap the cuffs on you all or have you all shot in the middle of the street.
Correct. That's the only nervous thing I have about going to this dinner is we end up right in the middle of the hornet's nest.
Oh, what's a little dinner without a little bloodshed?
No.
At this point, I believe I have 50-50. Dinners with bloodshed and dinners without, it seems. Concerts
Actually,
are
now that
a
I'm
much...
thinking about it, every last major gathering we've been at is
That's Gishari, darling. You should know the game.
I think that it would be good to be seen.
Mhm.
We continue the cover of us continuing to spend time with Morgan.
Oh, it's a cover. I thought we were spending time together. I'm a little hurt.
It's not
No, the cover that we used the night of
Oh.
the assassination.
Yes.
We're part of your entourage right now.
Of course you are, darling. You're actually part of it. Illusions aside.
Looking at the sun rising over Mercinia. Was the city beautiful? Is it?
Yeah, it's a nice it's white stone and there's the Pearl Isle Keep that hangs in the distance and the Brust and all these large monuments. It is not a city without its architecture, without its beauty.
Interesting. Well then, I suppose we'll wait for the rest to awaken and we can see if they would like to attend as well.
Sounds good.
And then we are off to Forn Mountain Hall.
Mm-hmm.
If we're heading back there, we can take care of Mr. Bones too. We didn't get a chance to.
How do you propose that we do that?
It's on top of a volcano.
Is it an active volcano?
I mean, this was. I think we had talked about this before, or it came up before that like there's furnaces or fire underneath
Yeah, you guys could go dig
that
it.
would destroy.
Go dig.
Yeah, it'd be deep, so we'd go to the underground or whatever.
You'd have to
Might
go
meet
past.
the king again.
You'd have to go past what's known as the Umbral Door,
Yeah.
which has not been opened in quite some time.
That's
We
That
could open.
name.
Probably just needs a little.
That name is
gracious.
awesome.
Thank you.
yeah.
We should call the door to our basement the Umbral Door.
It is
Pass through the umbral door.
That's
when
awesome.
When the doors fled for Mountain Hall after exactly one meeting with the Gish and
Yeah.
abandoned their prized city of the East,
That makes sense.
they all left behind what's known as the Umbral Door and sealed it for a time, and that is essentially where the volcano, you can get direct access to the volcano. There are inroads and things like that, and things that the geothermist technicians use, but to actually like physically throw an object into the molten lava, yeah.
Got it.
So, is there a secondary name for Fort Mountain Hall called Mount Doom?
The dwarven name for it is something else, but you guys don't know it.
Throw it in justice.
No.
Mrs. Kilgast appears. Finger off.
Mine.
Matt, just
Someone is dying tonight.
can't you tell we're all really excited to be back?
100%.
Yep.
So I am going to stare out the window and see what I can see from whatever side of the ship I'm on.
All right, just give it a look of the area.
Just give it a good look.
Roll perception.
Use the big dice.
Big dice.
Yeah, natural 20, so it's a 28.
Alright. So you are looking out into the waters. I'm assuming you're looking to the city side?
Whichever side Alec's room is on. So wherever you decided to put him.
He's okay. So you are actually looking out more or less towards Irismouth and the ocean. All looks quiet. All seems well.
Trelatrax is not circling.
She's just there.
Not flies by the window.
Not with a 28.
Not that you can see. Not with a 28.
Not with that paltry. Not with that paltry sum.
So on the Iversmith side, does it look like Iversmith is? Is it close enough that I can see if it's bustling like a normal city, or is it still weird?
It's still a little weird, like
Still a little
Iversmith
weird.
want to do. Yeah, it's dreary and just kind of a perpetual fog, even when there's not fog.
But it's not magical.
Mm.
Not from where I'm standing.
It's not the thing that you banished and sent to back. You're not like, oh no, there's things afoot. It's like, oh yeah, Iversmith is a little weird. It was settled by weird people, and it's a weird place.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Lovecraft Island.
You just look over and the tentacles the size of
Pretty
a
much.
continent.
Certainly no free to mind flares over there.
Oh no. The whole town.
So yeah, that's what you see.
Perfect. So I will appear long enough to get breakfast
Okay.
and liquids.
All right.
Make sure everyone's still alive and go back to Alec's room.
Perfect.
Unless I'm stopped.
He's mostly just resting. He's not asleep, as you know, but he's mostly just resting. He's sleeping. He gets up. He chats to you a little bit, but he doesn't say anything important. No, he's just kind of. You guys are just kind of catching up, I guess.
When he's resting, I will terribly sing all of the lullabies he taught me once upon a time.
Perfect. Elven lullabies.
In
Perfect.
terrible, broken Elvish.
Correct. No ranks in performance were had.
Puts a hand on your arm.
Yeah, he got silence on you.
He's
He's like, I have just enough magic.
Oh no, I'm
in these old bones.
Just enough for one
How do I
last
get back to
spell.
hell?
Banish. Banishes himself.
back to Gehenna.
Oh no,
I'm terrible.
that was the worst. Oh no.
That was actually a very touching thing until we shit all over.
Imagine that.
I would expect nothing less.
Right.
She shows up after what happened last session, and this is what we do. Good Lord.
At least I'm not Moon today.
If I see you guys both up on deck around the same time when you came up to get food, I would just quickly inform you of the possible invitation to some kind of dinner tonight. Not
Oh.
sure.
Right. I don't know if I have high enough standing to get an invite, but Sevilius definitely does.
I mean, we can all tag along with Morgan.
Right. That's what I mean. That makes sense.
Do either of you have anything else to do in this wretched hellhole of a town?
Guys, I had an idea.
Oh no.
I've got my hands full of bread and I'm just eating.
So
Morgan has a sandwich.
good.
She doesn't.
So
She doesn't eat.
She doesn't. Finnan has a sandwich. No, you were saying something, Gilly.
So I had this idea. What if we get a message to Fonzia and throw all the proof we've got at her
I mean,
privately?
You mean
Someplace.
not Fonzia, but the
Not Fonzia.
the
I
other
mean,
one?
I mean Cassandra.
Yeah, the one that actually exists.
Yes, correct. Sorry. I mean Cassandra. My bad.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Because you want to talk to Fonzia, he's downstairs.
What if we get a message to Cassandra?
With all of the information that we have,
Well, we wouldn't give her all of it all at once, right? So we just give her it's enough, and tell her like where we'll be to talk to her, so that she can maybe show up, but in a place where it's on our turf.
Well, didn't we
Out.
figure it out by looking at the books in the library? Well, not we. You figured it out by looking at the books in the library.
Right.
Can't you just point her towards the books and be like, look at the handiwork of your stooges?
Could do that, but I needed Justice's help and expertise to figure that out because I'm not.
What?
That's not my realm of knowledge, really.
Morgan pipes up. She says, "Don't we understand? Don't we understand that her memory's been modified?"
Yeah, so we would have to figure out how to stick like a greater restoration in a spring
Yeah.
box
Get
and blast her in the face with it from afar.
Wouldn't she be?
just
at-
get hands on her.
Perhaps she would be at the parade or at the dinner tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure I'm persona non grata number 1.
But if you got close enough, you could do that, couldn't you? You're getting powerful enough.
I could try.
You could certainly try.
We could get a message to her magically. We've been needing that so much lately that I decided to figure out how to do that.
Okay. So if we do that, it should be an element of surprise. Her. What was that asshat's name with the cloak
Birdie.
and the shenanigans? Birdie.
Her husband, right?
I might have said that was her husband, so we're just gonna go with that.
Was it not supposed to? Was it
No.
supposed to be her father,
No, it was
No?
supposed to be her.
Counselor.
brother, or something?
It was supposed to be her cousin, actually.
cousin.
Yes,
Oh,
I don't know why I said I get my couples, not my couples, my duos mixed up.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, yeah.
That's the Taylorville coming out.
What
of
are we
it.
doing?
So-
Yeah.
Live.
So hold on,
Deep South.
Duke. Yes, they are cousins. The Fort Mountain Hall folks, that's brother and sister. Stone Marsh are husband and wife. East Wing people are cousins.
Okay, I'm just going.
Cassandra is non-married, and he serves as the second highest ranking official.
Gotcha.
He's a incredibly capable battle commander. Yada yada yada.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he's aware of this whole thing. He is surprised by none of it. All she has to do is question him once, and she disappears.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If we get her enough that she wants to come to us, so that we can convince her, and then
But then how do we get her a message where she doesn't immediately take that to him?
I mean, the other issue is if she's under the effects of Gaius, like Justice or you were, and like revealing that information to her triggers that. Because these people seem to layer that on top of each other. It might be a bad idea.
Sure, fine. You lot can just go poking holes in everything. Never mind.
So it's not a bad idea.
Perhaps the ordering needs a touch.
I
Slap
would-
the
Just-
greater restoration on her. Give her a moment to recover. Then slap her with the ascending.
Correct.
Indeed.
Can we do that?
I would have to get close enough to touch her.
We could.
I mean, at the
use
dinner, we should be close enough.
Indeed.
Oh. I could enhance your abilities so that it's easier for you to do. And I could give you inspiration.
We could
Is
use that as
kissing rings in this city a thing?
It's not. It might. It's not the most common gesture in Gishari.
Look, we should just abduct her. You have dimension door.
I believe that is
This escalated quickly.
a more
Oh.
foolhardy plan.
Yeah, let's
I should be disguised
Correct.
if I'm going to be the one that does this. Or we have a ring that I can let any of you use.
That's right. That's right. Perfect.
Huh.
And you could wear it.
And all you have to do is dance with her.
That's right.
I'd still have to cast the
Or
spell out of the
something.
ring.
You
Correct.
would.
So what is it?
But that's it.
Do I have to say anything? Do I have to make hand movements? I mean, there's more to just having a spell than having a spell.
True.
Are there any components that need to go along with it? When you cast it into the ring, does it still require components to
I
cast
believe
at
the
the
item
time?
specifically mentions you have to have the components.
Or okay.
Also, quick question. How does it work? If I enhance her ability when she casts that into the ring, does that check? No. There's no way to use it through the ring and get the benefits of enhanceability.
No, the mechanical interactions aren't there.
Okay.
The most effective use is in person, obviously.
Right.
But it's not a bad backup to have it twice.
I do think that
It's good bread.
Smart thinking.
This was a great apple.
Oh,
It seemed crunchy.
I thought you said you had bread.
I had bread in the other hand.
Oh,
It is good bread.
just Justice getting grossed out by you flesh bags eating. Actually, he likes to make food for people. He doesn't mind at all. I made it with love.
and dead body parts.
Had to put that raccoon to use somehow. If we do think that informing her is a good idea, that would be the opportunity to do it. And I agree that that would be the option for Sevilius to get close to her. Now, perhaps he does not need to do it on the dance floor. All that he would have to do is engage her in one-on-one conversation, unless she's got guards.
Could you ask for an audience? Before,
I'm sure I
during,
can
or after?
get her alone. But my question still stands. Is there...
There's components. 100 gold pieces of diamond dust.
Okay, that's easy. What about...
Verbal and somatic components, absolutely.
Okay. That's the problem. The second she understands that I'm casting a spell, because I can't do it subtly, I'll have all the guards on top of me.
If you can ask for an audience, and you can make one of us, you can make me invisible. I can make myself invisible, but I can only do shitty invisibility, right?
Yeah. Which allows you to move.
Does the invisibility drop? Does the invisibility go away after you cast a spell?
Regular invisibility, yes.
So you could perhaps use that. She would not see you casting Greater Restoration, but then I guess you would just appear in a crowded room and that would
Once
draw
I
more
started the
suspension.
new spell, my regular invisibility would disappear. But if
What
we
is
could
the
get
motivation of?
if we could get our hands on greater invisibility,
So yeah, I could do with greater invisibility. I may have learned that recently.
well, we saw it
Which one?
recently.
I did too.
Which won't break concentration because...
Correct. Because it's greater than normal invisibility. Clever
and
naming.
it won't break the invisibility by casting the spell, I believe.
It
Correct.
won't.
So let me ask the question: our motivation of informing, providing this information, is it Clarissa? Is the name Clarissa?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, sorry. Of informing Cassandra of the true nature of Fonzia. What would our end game? You mentioned herself. If she,
Chaos.
if
One less
she,
person following us.
if she confronts Birdie,
She's
perhaps she would be just remodified memory.
she's the one leading the whole investigation into Fonzia's death and everything. Like if she calls that whole thing off,
Yeah. I mean, not even calling it off, but
or
turning it on them, it would cause
turns it on
chaos.
exactly.
So,
And
Within their
it's
ability.
all our hides on the line with it anyway.
so best case scenario, we have a new ally. Worst case scenario, she hates us even more because it's still all our fault.
Well, worst case scenario, we were captured.
I mean,
That too.
But I think that it is worth the risk, understanding the different pieces in play, and we will have a prime opportunity.
It makes us better people, making sure she has the truth.
she deserves to know.
Yeah, but we either are proactive about this or we are reactive. She will have us at some point.
And the only
And the evidence is going nowhere.
Well, I'm tired of having to constantly be reactive to everything, so I'd rather be proactive. Let's just do something about it.
How long does greater invisibility last?
It
Believe
is
10.
1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute. Concentration.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Sounds like a good story to me.
pretty.
So
Can you layer invisibility with greater invisibility?
You can, but invisibility would still break.
they're both concentration though.
Right,
so-
but if you cast it on the other person twice,
Oh.
they would
Yeah.
both break.
Right. So we could put that in the ring too, instead. And you could wear the ring.
And then cast it on myself right before walking into the room.
So yeah,
Stand behind her. Hopefully nobody notices.
or
Greater restoration that shit, and you have her a message before she can blink. And just start talking in her ear.
right, and I'll make sure your abilities enhanced. That lasts an hour, so that's
I will remind
Easier
everyone
to-
that we will likely be under close scrutiny if we attend this party.
Correct.
so we have two ways to go about it. The way that's going to be better for you, it's most likely to succeed on the greater invisibility if your abilities enhanced.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
How
Okay.
tall is Glitch?
He's tall. He's 6'4".
He's a tall
He's
top
a-
away.
Because what if we could disguise me as somebody else in the entourage?
You just said we're all going to be very scrutinized. I know I'm not the best at planning,
Right.
but
I said yes.
oh, sorry,
But
you
if
said
his
it.
disguise is good enough, we could get lucky.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you at pretending to be other people, though? Because you'd not only have to look the part, you'd have to act the part.
I mean, well, she wouldn't necessarily have to act the part. That would just get her into the party.
Yeah.
Without being scrutinized, she goes to the bathroom. She casts greater invisibility on herself from the ring. While I distract Cassandra, maybe well out on the dance floor, dance around with her. Talk to her. Well, she comes up from behind invisible and casts greater restoration.
Perhaps
the
she
guise
does.
of nobody.
Perhaps
and
she
then
does not even
walks back in
need.
the bathroom.
Perhaps she does not even need the disguise to get
The
in.
disguise would be good because if there is an issue to get into the party, then yes,
So
because then yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm afraid that I will be arrested on sight.
correct.
You guys
So
may
if
get
the-
away with it because you're nobility.
If the
And they don't
invisibility
see you as a
breaks
threat.
or something, then it's good to have the backup disguise. Like if they have any other
Okay.
wards or anything to stop magic in place.
That
Well-
being said, if
Then worst case scenario, I'm close. I can grab you and we can blip away.
What day is this thing?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So we haven't even gotten an invitation yet, technically. It's tomorrow night. We can work out the kinks a bit later. We have a good beginning of a plan, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Maybe some things will become more clear about the best path to do this once we get an actual invitation. We know some more details about how the thing's gonna go.
Of course, and perhaps we can get an ear for the local newspaper. If you are concerned that you'll be arrested on sight, maybe we could substantiate or insubstantiate that.
If there's a warrant, if this world runs on warrants, it does. We've been arrested already. I know how this works.
We can find out if
There
there is
are warrants.
a
There is.
warrant out for your arrest.
Or there's also the parade.
I'm not.
Indeed.
You hear Morgan say, "I'm not a total slouch. There's no warrant for you. I wouldn't have you here riding on my airplane if you were wanted criminals. I would have taken us out. You're fine. Airplane, airship."
Change it. And there you have it. We can enter. My only concern is that if we disguise you going in and the disguise is seen through,
Right.
then that tips your hand.
Right.
Well,
Just-
all right.
Go,
If you're-
go as yourself. Be the woman who saved Messinia.
Indeed.
You
I
should
mean,
leave the
you-
healing staff here, though.
Right.
Ooh,
Don't have that out.
Very good call.
Good call.
Yes. Don't.
Or
take-
anything else we pulled off her dead corpse.
Yep. So the ivory cloak of protection.
Speaking of which, if they wanted to use locate object on that,
Oh well. That cat's definitely out of the bag.
right. So.
We could put it in the bag of holding for now.
True.
That disrupts scrying, right?
I believe it would
It's
be
in
another
a pocket
plane.
dimension, so unless
Yeah.
you can see across planes. Is that a thing? Arcana
We
check?
don't know in this world.
Roll Arcana.
Can I help you?
You can if you'd like.
Okay.
Collect collective arcana.
You guys are, there's enough Arcana around.
Sure, 28.
Yeah, by
20.
rights, no, can't see into the
Yes.
pocket dimension,
Yeah.
but there are exceptions.
I mean, there's always exceptions.
But yes, it's your best bet.
Normally.
It's the best bet you have right now.
Correct.
Perhaps we should
And
stick
it's
with
been 6 days. I mean, you guys were in a good dimension for 4 of them or so, but it's been long enough. If they wanted to find that rod, they would have.
Okay, well, I'm going to.
But
go
having
back
it on in
and-
plain sight around
Is a
people.
bad idea.
Correct.
twirling around at the head of the parade.
Yeah.
Morgan uses it as her new baton
Yeah, her
for her
microphone.
performances.
Well, I'm going to unattune from that and just give it to Gilly to shove in the bag.
Okay.
And I will reattune to the clutch.
Okay.
Which is probably no safer to bring into a group of these people, but here we are.
Most people can't recognize it on sight.
At least so.
Most people.
Except for the
Good thing we're going into a room full of most people. But yeah, so I mean, there's the parade too. If we feel like there's an opportunity to do it then.
Maybe I would recommend the dinner party. They will be less. They will feel more secure. It is a more controlled environment. Parade
Sure.
is in public. There will likely be much more in terms of security.
Security would hire.
Did I hear you right on the way out the door that we should check on the people that I may have drunkenly healed?
Indeed, if they are tracking your magic and taking vengeance or taking revenge against you, perhaps they would have tracked it to the people that you healed.
Now, I'll just say I think that's highly unlikely. But what do I know?
Finnan pipes up. He says, "I work in that area. I didn't hear anything about any like disappearings or rounding up or anything. There was some increased guard presence, but there was no like disappearings or anything like that.
And there we have it.
Yeah. That'd be ugly of them if they went. Well, I guess that nothing's. I mean, yeah. Never mind.
We already know what
No.
sorts of things we're capable of, so.
Okay. Well then, perhaps we should prepare for a dinner.
That we're not invited to yet?
Give it
Yes.
time.
I plan on showing up regardless of if I'm invited or not.
Ooh, I like that plan.
You remind me of a fairy tale. I'm gonna take my bread and a giant glass of water and go back to Alec's room.
She just shouts, "I am a fairy tale!"
Yeah, quite literally a fairy tale.
I'll look behind her to see if she's got a tail.
Wow. Anyway, our invitations might be at the Plastered Mare, because that's where we last were registered at being. So, I mean, I don't know if they know how to send invitations to the airship or not. Just a thought. Anyway,
I'm sure they will.
We've gotten a hold of Morgan. They can.
fair enough.
They'll figure it out.
Is there anything that we would like to accomplish in the next day?
I'm going
have
to
a letter to
sit
send.
and take my rest.
Okay.
And
Give it dinner.
I have a thing that I want to do at the end of the day if I've got spell slots left.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this spell ring. Am I putting anything into it, or am I just gonna hold on to greater restoration on my own?
Well, we're not going tonight.
Yes, but I
Right.
need to know if I'm due, because if I want
But
to
we
put
can
greater
put it in
restoration
now.
in the ring tonight, you're
Right.
putting
But if
greater
you're
invisibility.
casting, if you're casting greater restoration, I can put greater invisibility into the ring.
Like I said, once we know more details, maybe we can come up with.
A better plan.
Okay.
And if we don't, we don't, and it's fine.
Alrighty. So what are you doing today, Sylvius?
I
Just
am
meditating?
sitting around and drinking.
All right, and then you're gonna
Join
do
the
some things
airship.
towards the end of the day. Is anyone wanting to go to the parade or anything? Venture out into the city?
Oh,
yeah,
the
A
parade's today.
parade?
I'll go to the parade. Where's the parade? Do they know the route? Or
I'll
Yeah.
go too.
So if they manage to convince me to go to the parade, I will use the tiny hut out of the ring for just Alric and I
Okay.
in the space on the ship.
Okay.
And then I will go to the parade.
Oh, right. I'd have replenished that at the end of the night last night if I needed to.
There was
Yeah,
we
you did.
hadn't used
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So what's the poorest section that the parade route goes through?
That is an excellent question. Allow me to pull up my. Oh, I forgot. I closed out. God, I haven't looked at the map of my map of Mercinia, which is squiggly lines with names on them.
Soon.
I'll recast it as a
Um,
ritual before we go. That way you have it again in case something comes up.
The probably the poorest section, if I remember correctly, is going to be Hogna Heights or Lower Hogna, one of the two.
I didn't know if the parade would actually go through there. Or they just
Oh,
completely
yeah.
avoid.
No, it comes in from where you guys entered.
Okay.
So that would be, it would go through both. It would come in from where you guys entered and go all the way up, around, all the way to Holman.
I'll
up
go
through.
watch
Yep.
the parade in the poorest section of town.
You'll want to get there early because that's where the big parade starts. You'll want to get there about noon or
Perfect.
1.
I shall do so.
Alrighty. Vesuvius is going to the parade.
Anyone
want to
join?
I'll go too.
I'm going to pass without
Yeah,
a
Hogna
trace
Heights.
myself and
Mhm.
follow him.
Alright, we're not to the parade yet, but I'll remember that.
Yeah, when we get closer to the parade.
Wait, weren't you casting the hut with Ulrich?
She was saying then she'll come with.
Later.
She said, yeah, she was gonna.
Should you cast the hut?
You can't leave the
Oh.
hut. If you leave the area of the hut, it goes away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoever's casting it, if you leave it, it's gone.
Shove the ring on Ulrich.
That's why I was confused. I thought you were staying.
Well, then he's,
I mean, the airship's pretty safe.
as we cajole her into coming.
Mhm.
Come on, Selena, let's go. He's just.
How far are
It's a
you guys
parade.
from where where the airship is?
You're in Fort, like the Outbest are welcoming in Fort Ega. They're gonna go be in the southwest from where you guys entered. So it's about especially with how heavy the crowd is, it's about an hour walk, which is basically an eternity in D&D.
Oh no.
So that's probably a mile plus.
But if we run into any trouble, I can cast sending now.
Oh yeah, you can cast sending.
You'll be there in 600 around. How is it? It's like
Or you can
Yeah.
grab Morgan or Glitch or someone who has
You turn into a raccoon.
dimension
and
door or
run through the
something.
city.
Yes, there you go.
Or a bat. Or you're a dragon. Turn
And
into a
just
dragon
turn
and fly.
into a dragon.
And fly through the
That'll-
city. It'll be fine.
That'll be great.
And get there in 600 rounds.
600.
Anyway, so you guys are doing those things and get ready to go to the parade. As you guys are gussying up, getting ready to go to the parade, Morgan finds alone time with you, Justin.
Ooh.
We shouldn't.
I'm like.
Oh, Justice, what will the others think?
I don't know.
If I was, if
I
I was,
lied when I told Gilly that I only had feelings for her.
if I was Ty, this would work.
That's right.
Our viewership would go up.
Would. Remember, if we get to, what was it, 20 subscribers?
25 subscribers. This is coming straight off.
We're tape.
Right
over.
They're even snaps. They're not even real.
Yeah, they are snaps.
Just ready for.
No.
The stream just goes down.
Hey.
100 viewers, baby.
Yeah.
Thousands.
So somewhere along I'll even say they're out in the middle of everything. You're just kind of doing what you do, scouting around the ship, and Morgan catches you near the bow, the front of the ship, or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, you are looking absolutely ravishing, Justice. I must say, you look stronger and more erudite since last I saw you.
Ravishing.
Thank you, Morgan. I find that the action as of late agrees with me.
I have been knowing you a lot for a few months now, and I have to say, it used to be Selena's call for vengeance that I would hear the loudest, even over yours, I might say. But now that she's muddled somewhere else, I started hearing yours. It was the most delightful song. And now I've heard another that's come to the city. His song is more humble, touch more masculine, but it's still quite soothing.
Tell me, you hear people's songs for vengeance.
Yes, I do.
In what way? How?
In the same way you hear the background of the city noises, the hoot of an owl, the mating calls of crickets. I hear the calls for people's vengeance, the hatred they have in their heart for others, the thirst to destroy others.
And yet you hear a new voice that interests you.
I do. They're getting louder and louder every passing day. Something tells me it has to do with little old you. Got any ideas?
I'm sure that I've made many enemies in my lifetime,
I'm sure you have.
although I rarely leave them alive.
That's what interests me, darling. You left one alive. So it wasn't someone you killed. I know nothing.
In my line of work, sometimes you must use resources. I'm sure that leaves some feeling not pleased.
And some of those resources are people.
We are taught to compartmentalize.
There you are.
I think that's good. Sounds healthy. In the middle of a war, you can't be caught in sentimentality like people's livelihoods. What good is that?
Indeed. So what can you tell me about this voice?
Not a single thing, darling. He's a lot more on my side than you are in this particular web.
And what do you mean by that?
He wants vengeance. I'm sort of an avatar of vengeance. He completes his quest. I'm that much closer to greatness.
And if he fails?
There's plenty of other blood debts out there and oaths to be sworn and wronged people seeking vengeance. It's really inevitable.
That's,
Still, might as well get there sooner than later.
and tell me, what do you hear of my song?
It's quieter lately. I don't know why. Are you finding... She puts her hands together. Eternal peace.
I think
Hardly.
she's making fun of you.
Although refining oneself makes them more effective. Emotion, wanting something, that's when people fail. Because they're afraid they will not get what they want. It must not register on an emotional level.
I think you're wrong. I think that emotion supersedes logic. I think the way we feel is more important than what people know. And I think your anger, the contempt you hold in your heart, is a weapon. And is power you ought to be using by now. Worked for me. And if I don't mind myself saying, I'm far more successful than you.
I believe that you have been at this game far longer than I have.
Fair enough.
She is old. I am a weapon.
You are a tool, that's true.
Oh.
Is that anger in your eyes?
Oh.
Use it. Not against me, don't get yourself killed. Harness it elsewhere. You've got feelings. At least trying to suppress them. That's energy wasted. Use the energy you'd use to practice your stoicism and harness it into a force of destruction. Anyway, just thought I'd pass out some fortune cookies. Wisdom. Sorry. Had to say it for emphasis. Emphasis.
Emphasis.
Tap, tap, tap.
He gets all up in there like this because of an ASMR or whatever. I appreciate your advice and the warning. If it was a warning.
It's a warning to you, at least, I guess.
And why would you tell me if you would gain more power from him succeeding? Why not let me be surprised?
Because I care, Justice. I want you to live. She rolls her eyes and walks away.
Because where's the fun in that?
You're talking about a creep.
Maybe. I will stand there at the bow of the ship and continue to look out over the city.
So it's just about everyone's going to the parade, yeah?
I'm going to the parade.
Who's that?
Judgment.
That's me. That's my real voice.
Yeah.
I'm from Minnesota.
Don't you know?
Of course.
All right.
You're darn tootin' there.
To the parade you shall go. It is a hustle and bustle of a crowd. The deeper you get to the poorer and therefore more heavily populated sections, the more difficult it becomes to walk. Eventually you come up against the very thickness that is this crowd. The Creightons, for all the contempt that you hold for them in your guys' heart, are still very famous, very powerful, very attractive people. And it appears that the huddled masses cannot but stir to life upon their arrival. Even though they arrived about 2 days ago, this is their official arrival. Yeah. There is what I might say is a beautiful procession in this white city. There are white horses and white gowns and pink and turquoise and pearls all about. There are the shimmering knights, and leading this procession is Shellatrax, the guardian of the Alabaster Welcoming. She leads the beginning of each segment of the. She leads the beginning of the segment of the parade, and then after her there are trumpets. There's a big marching. There is what you would come to expect from a parade there, and there's even there's floats of all kinds and paper maches and dragons, and it's a very awful and incredibly affluent display.
Wasteful.
Decadent. After some time, towards the end of the parade, you do eventually see Angela Creighton, the Archduchess of the Stonemarsh, and the Lord Paramour, Axel Creighton. Angela Creighton is her usual self, with her beautiful blonde hair, with all done in her nice little braid that rests just past her shoulder. She seems to have actually had it cut since the last time she was in Grangando. She wears a beautiful cloak of this kind of mossy green and delicate stone texture, the legendary stone cloak. She otherwise wears very muted clothes for this occasion. It seems matching browns and kind of a nice sophisticated riding leathers, but muted and more somber, almost a head nod to the sorrowful occasion that brings him there. Axel Creighton is done up in his usual battle leathers, with his two swords, one of them being Stonebreaker. The legendary stone cloak is what Angela Creighton, the Archduchess of the Stonemarsh, wears, which is an item that your aunt technically did not make.
But she did make Stonebreaker.
She did make Stonebreaker.
I'm just cursed.
But it is widely believed that the stone cloak was made due to inventions that your aunt made in Stonebreaker. So, you can see they're waving. Yeah, okay, good. They're just like, and they look across the crowd, and you can see just for a moment they see you, and they're like, they give a little gentle wave. Axel is very somber and muted. But somewhere along the way, you're looking around, and the parade parts, and it starts to quiet down, and you guys are now at the end of the parade. You can follow it if you'd wish, or do whatever you want, but the parade passes, and the crowd starts to kind of clear out. People are still drinking, and there's merriment, but the main thoroughfare is starting to break up. What do you wish to do?
Now would be a good time to perform. Lots of people around, enjoying merriment in Spreadbird.
Good idea. We'll find a place and I'll do that.
I will enhance her ability.
That's what I'm thinking. Where is possible.
I'm going to survey the crowd.
Oh my
Roll perception.
God. You're enhancing my
You're in danger.
19.
19. Okay. You look around the crowd. One thing that you notice is that as the parade leaves you guys, and this is now about 15, 20 minutes after, you see the Shimmering Knights that normally are not in Lower Hogna and Hogna Heights at all. Fucking, they just go. They're gone. They're like, all right, that's enough of that, and they just walk out, and there are just like no town guards left. So, performance? You stand up on a soapbox and just start giving it your all? What do?
We find a good crowd that's gathered somewhere. A nice collection of people that look to be in merry spirits.
Sure.
And I said, maybe go heal some people if you want.
I gave you my staff.
Right. You're still the healer.
Just still
The power's within you, Selena. You don't need the stuff.
Believe
you
in
have
yourself.
The real healing was the levels you took along the way.
So I will go find whatever alley is closest and just kind of lurk.
Oh.
And
Healed.
but just is
She's
there
like a
anybody
healing
in that alley?
There are people in that alley. People getting it on in that alley.
Well,
You
find
need
a
a lot of
different
healing.
alley.
People getting it on in that alley too, Selena.
All the alleys.
No, you eventually find an alley that is smells a little bad, but there's no active consummation going on.
Because it smells bad. Because of the
I'll go with
consummation.
Selena so she's not by herself going into
Well, and I'm just trying to get out of the crowd and like
Bang
stand
an
on the
alley.
edge.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, celebrate good times. Come on.
Celebrate. What was your performance total?
Oh, let me roll that.
Do you have advantage?
I do have advantage. I'm going to use one green
Otherwise,
die
I
for
would assist
Selena.
you.
You can have the big one.
I will just sit back and drink.
I'll use that. Sure, we'll see how that goes.
Just don't
Oh,
hit
boy.
it too hard because if you hit that TV screen, that's probably going to end poorly.
Please don't hit the TV screen.
Actually, I'm super fade right now.
it kills someone.
What's that? That's an 8 and a natural 20.
Nice.
That rolled.
You lose. You get
Okay,
nothing.
so that would be a 30 per form. No. Sorry, 27, but still.
You give a beautiful spellbinding performance.
Right.
Just like clap, 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 clap.
No, I'm right. It is 30.
Wow.
Yep.
Plus 10. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had no
And-
doubts it was 30.
And so after my first very general celebration song, I just start singing about the Prism, and I start singing about Selena, and I start continuing on along about that.
Perfect. So you sing of all your trials and tribulations and your glory. We, convened the council at Bridgeton, and we stopped. We rescued these people, and you leave out all the awful, all the bits that would implicate you. But you sing the tales, the things that you guys are known for. Starting the council at Bridgeton, getting that issue raised, and helping the basically the affected order slaves there.
That's right.
Trying to rescue you may even embellish. We tried to rescue the Duke of Midrim. We were there. We protected him in his hour of need.
Killing the evil hag. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Singing also
Not
about
the illegal bits.
singing also about how Selena healed people in
Right.
in Cragmandu and in Still Tower after those terrible fates beset those poor people.
Right, there's the crowd is enraptured. They just love you. And you give a nice good 14 18 minutes of solid performance, and eventually step down from your little soapbox, do a number of songs. Emerging from the rather thick and hustle and bustling crowd that has now erupted around this performance is your good old friend Gallant.
Oh, hi!
Oh, Miss O'Shea, how are you? And he
I'm
leans
fine.
down and gives you a nice handshake.
How are you?
I am wonderful. I was just walking to see the parade.
Of course,
And,
it's where all the action is.
yeah,
Of course
and-
you'd be here.
Wouldn't you believe it? You were there performing. We just keep running into each other.
Right. Civilius, this is Gallant.
It is an honor and a pleasure. He shakes
We
your
ran
hand.
into each other in Fort Mountain Hall.
We sure did.
Nice.
It is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Civilius. I'm from Humble Dock in Goodshore, on the western side of the Stone Marsh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
been aware of that.
Oh, it's a pretty small town. We're only important because we're the only dock that the Stone Marsh has. But
You're still important.
yeah. But I couldn't believe it when I saw y'all performing up here. I saw you helping her out there, kind of a conductor, I would say.
I try.
He's the managerial sort.
Yeah. So how do you like Mercinia so far? It's been kind of up in arms recently.
Right.
Been a bit of exciting times, but still a good city.
Yeah, it is. I don't mind it at all. So I've met some very interesting and good people here.
There's a lot of good seafood too.
Really?
That nice part right here.
I'll admit it. You know, I've been still on the wagon, not drinking, but I've been enjoying more of the local flavor. Some of the bars. Spent a good bit at the Dyer Bar for a while. That was nice.
But most of the good places are down with the common folk.
Oh, yeah, I've always. That's where I've been hanging out, just slumming it. Oh, but I've kept off the drink, for the most part.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm in an alley.
You
I
are.
can see all of this.
You cannot. Well, you did want to keep out. Roll perception. Let's see how good you now that she's stirred up the crowd with her 30 performance.
Brief justice.
I'm with her.
21.
So you see this wide-brimmed hat, tall, well-muscled figure with some kind of damage to his face, very beautiful, intricate, long rifle, and this man is armed to the teeth, and he's just stepped up, and they seem to be having a very friendly and frank conversation. Gilly's just making friends.
And I'm just going to let it be friendly.
So, yeah, just been slumming it, and I just thought I'd come see the parade. I mean, the Cretans are kind of my liege lords. I think they're kind of assholes, if I don't say so, but...
Well, they're Gish.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well, I'm Gish. I'm
noble.
Oh! Right.
The common folk are a bit different, but the nobles, they're all...
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a simple man. I would never presume to handle the business the nobles handle, but I suppose there's something to be said about the nobility and how they treat others.
That's well said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How they treat others. That's basically where it all comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, anyway, I just saw you in the crowd and thought I'd say hi.
Well, it's really nice to see you again.
It was good to see you.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Were you able to catch well, I guess the performance was a little bit interrupted, but were you able to catch the performance? Did you get into town early enough to see?
Oh, the concert?
Right,
I was there. I saw that whole thing unfurl.
Oh, it was
Oh, man.
quite an ordeal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was making my way out when the fighting started.
Oh, I'm so glad you got out safe.
Yeah, you guys were quite impressive. But yeah, I saw the whole thing.
I'm just glad we were able to protect everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I notice him?
Roll perception.
I would have pointed him out if you were standing right there.
19.
You do see a well-muscled and large-brimmed man with a hat. You do not recognize him.
Okay.
And he notices the types of armaments he has.
Yep, you notice the long rifle and the magical glove and his shoulder and his face, and you don't recognize him, but you do see this very interesting figure that they're talking to.
Should we introduce ourselves or just stay back?
I see no reason to do either.
No, we have to do one or the other.
It makes no difference to me.
That's an appropriate answer to that question.
That's funny.
Sorry.
How's... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Fine, we'll walk up.
Yeah, you guys are going, right?
Yeah.
How's that injury been feeling?
Oh, it's not getting any better. I did see some healers in the Vice Executor who was recently promoted, like we talked about, but it's not. I mean, this is the kind of damage you don't really recover from. I don't really have the money for the things that it would take, so.
What did they say it would need? Like regeneration or something?
Oh, they said they would be. Regeneration doesn't even actually take care of it. Regeneration is actually for lost limbs. This is basically years of scar tissue, breaking bones. It didn't. The remedies they offered were a bit too much to pass. Let me put it that way. So it involves disintegrating body parts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Should we grow them?
Oh, Oh, hi. Yeah, to regrow them. Like, they basically disintegrate all the dead tissue, and then they cast regeneration.
Hi guys, this is Gallant. This is Selena. She's
Oh.
a healer. And
Oh.
Justice.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. He turns to you. It's nice to meet you, Justice. It's nice to meet you.
Do
These
I
are really
recognize?
strong and firm handshake.
Do I recognize the name Gallant?
You do.
I
You do. You know it's from a song.
Ah.
This is the fellow that I met in Fort Mountain Hall.
Oh, indeed.
Yep.
That is fortuitous that you've ran into each other twice now.
He was on his way to come. Well, he was trying to get some healing.
Yeah, trying
Right.
to get some healing in Fort Mountain Hall.
And then
tried
I
in Mercinia. And I was going
Right.
to stop by the concert anyway. I'm a big fan of Morgan's. So.
Oh, fantastic.
And who isn't?
She is an able performer.
Yeah.
saw
So he's dressed like he's decked out to the nines.
Yeah.
So what line of work are you in, Gallant?
Oh, I don't really. So I was in prison for quite some time. Some amoral psychopath framed me for a crime I didn't commit.
It's quite a sad tale, actually.
Mhm. I'm actually a pensioner. I got a pension when I got released from prison, so I do a little, some light security and help people out when I can. But yeah.
Remind me, am I remembering correctly that his mother died because he was thrown into prison?
She was already
sick,
yeah,
but
and then
like
she couldn't get the care,
right.
so she died because of it. Yeah.
That's what I thought. And he wasn't able to even say goodbye to her because of it.
Correct.
It's tragic.
Just making sure I remembered that correctly. Okay.
Kind of a monster would do that.
What kind of a monster, indeed.
So what do I pick up from when he says like, "Oh, I just do security"? Because you said that he's got a big gun and like a gauntlet and stuff. It seems pretty.
He's hard to read. This is some light security. He's probably not letting it all on, but Gishari is the kind of place where people walk around armed.
Yeah.
So you guys do it all the time.
That's right.
Armed to the teeth.
Indeed. So where will your... I'm sorry. So are you following to see the performance in Fort Mountain Hall?
We're headed back that way next.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm headed next. I'm going to see what the next few days bring me. We'll see. After that, yeah.
You said you're a big fan of Morgan, right?
Oh, I'm a huge fan.
I mean, your stories touch me. And I don't know, I guess you're the one to offer this more so, but I'm pretty sure we might be able to get you an audience with her. If you'd like an autograph or something.
Oh,
We do know her personally.
well, that would be wonderful.
Especially if you're in Fort Mountain Hall, it'd be pretty easy to
Sure.
make sure you could, maybe,
Wow.
come see her before or after the show.
Oh, maybe I'll have to make a nice special trip then. I'll just go back down that way.
I don't know if that's
Just a train ride away.
right. Or we could also.
What else do we have to do today? I mean, I'm sure Morgan's just slumming it up on the ship.
We could see.
Sure. Oh. Well, you say she's parked on that airship of hers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Of course.
Well, let me go get my some of my stuff. I'll come and I'll meet you for the Alabaster welcoming.
Okay.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. Go put some of my stuff away.
I mean, I don't know if you can communicate with her and ask her.
I can
Run
ask
it by
her.
her, obviously, beforehand, so don't get your hopes up yet.
I'm just gonna send. I'm going to use sending. Why not?
Alrighty.
I use
What do you
sending.
say with sending?
I say,
We have to count.
Morgan and Skilly, if you're not busy, there's a nice gentleman with a sad tale who would love to meet you.
Meet you. Let's make it all one word.
Alright. You send that.
Was that 20 or 25? That was a.
You're
that was
fine.
only
It's
20,
like
right?
22.
I don't care.
Okay.
For this. You send them at sending allows for a reply. You hear, sure, bring it by. I'm just milling about.
This is my worst nightmare. I feel like Simba.
You have no idea.
I have important questions at some point. It might have to wait till break.
Okay.
So he's going to meet us at the Alabaster Welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
When we get down there, I'll just send a message, because message can get to the airship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say,
We're not there yet.
okay.
Alrighty, so you guys start to gather your things and move on. So there's a kind of a young man who comes by. Oh, hi. Hi, how you doing? I am with the messenger service. I brought you a package.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he holds out a hand.
Sure. And then whatever's customary?
Just like, that's fine. Thank you.
Let me know what I need to write down in my
A
notes.
silver is fine.
Silver.
That's a good way.
Platinum.
500 platinum.
Just shanked in the street.
I do give him 2, though.
Oh, thank you. And he gives you a bow.
Who's it from? Does it say
It
who is it
appears
from?
to be from Old Naz.
Oh! Wonderful.
Yeah.
This'll come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
We should look at this when we're back on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I checked it away.
She took it right. Alright. Where do you put the package?
You're adorable.
You just kind of do you put it in the bag of holding? Or where do you put it?
I don't know that I think that far about it.
Alright. So you just kind of...
I think that I just tuck it in.
Perfect. Alright, you guys... And so you guys are heading to the Alabaster
Not all
Welcoming?
that wise.
Right. Just head to the Alabaster Welcoming after that?
Sure.
Alright, perfect.
So you said it was from Naz? Like Naz from the
From
tower?
Old Naz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Were you expecting something?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'm just making sure.
She asked Naz for a report.
Ah, wonderful.
I think you were there.
It's a pretty hefty little box he
It's been
gave
a
you,
couple
too.
weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fairly...
It seems like it's probably documentations
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Or
Exactly what I'm expecting.
Alrighty.
No need for me to be concerned. Talking away into my
You
room.
guys will be fine.
Just layers of...
So you guys move on, start to move on from Hong Heights. So Gilly, go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah, okay, sure. Why not?
Can I assist?
He's
No, you don't
specifically
know.
asking me.
Yeah.
4! Because I'm -1.
All right. So I need everyone to make me dexterity saving throws.
Is this a magical effect?
It is.
Is it a charm?
It is not.
Oh, fun. Yeah,
Gotta
charm.
try.
Use your dexterity saving throw.
Womp womp.
Wah wah. For me as well. 12.
Oh, yeah. 8.
12, 8.
Nat 20, so 22.
Make it. Okay, so 12.
Mm-hmm.
You take 36 points of fire damage.
Of course I do. Yep.
You take 36 points of fire damage.
Absorb elements.
You make it. You take not. Oh, do you have evasion yet?
No.
You don't have evasion yet. You take 18 points of fire damage.
23, you said? Divided by 2?
It's 36.
Oh, sorry, 36. Thank you.
So 18 points of
Thank
fire
you.
damage. You take 18 points of fire damage. So you guys hear this from where Gilly is standing, and there's just this massive explosion of fire and a little bit of thunder connected to it, and it just unfurls. And you guys are all blasted back. You don't see a spell cast. You don't see anything fly out. It just comes from where Gilly is standing and erupts out. You guys all, you two land flat on your asses and are knocked prone. You two manage to steady it.
Yeah.
So can I use absorb elements?
You can,
on it?
yeah.
Okay.
You can.
So
If it's
I
like,
use
is it
absorb
just straight
elements.
fire then instead of
Yeah, it's straight
extra
fire.
Okay.
Yeah. You can use absorb elements. You,
My God.
as that fire erupts, you hear this shout, "I'll fucking kill you, son of a bitch!" And you see Gallant coming at Justice with 2 swords.
Oh, God!
Around all of you is you see
okey-doke.
the gnome Stumpy emerge from an
God
alley.
damn it.
You see a couple other figures that you kind of recognize but aren't quite sure who they are. And when we get
not an
back,
ally.
we're gonna roll initiative.
I had Stumpy the gnome under allies.
Yeah, of course you did.
What?
No. I have to kill him. Where's Jim the Dagger Man when we need him?
Jim the Dagger Man.
We're gonna teach him to fight in an arena. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
When we come back.
Remember forget we'd given a man some daggers, and we had
Yes.
promised to teach him how to use said daggers. Oh my god.
What
What are we doing?
We're gonna
with our
power
lives?
level him through the arena. Grind him through some hell rifts. We are about to go to break. Hi, Fancy 2K. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the new people showing up. Follow, subscribe, and do all those things. Love us, and you'll see an alert with your name, and we'll thank you when we get back. We will see how this fireball unfurls when we get back.
I'll kill you, you son of a bitch!
We're gonna give.
Reindeer games?
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. The fireball has been lit. Trap has been laid. And we start with initiative. Roll it.
It's all right, but
Justice.
That would be...
Hold on. No, hold on. Gilly.
12.
Sevelius.
11.
Selena.
13.
Justice.
23.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Save yourself.
Dang it.
The fireball releases in a massive... Two of your party members are blown back and knocked prone, Gilly and Sevelius. It settles, and in a moment you hear the voice of Gallant say, I'll kill you, you son of a bitch! And he is already on you with 2 swords, but it is your turn. Go.
Okay, I'm going to zip zap dagger out immediately and try to stab him twice.
Okay.
I'm going before him, so I have advantage.
Mhm.
So that would mean the first attack is a 17.
17 will hit.
Excellent. And since I have advantage, that means I get sneak attack. So I have my dagger, I have my sneak attack damage, and is that it? Dagger, sneak attack damage,
D6s.
and electricity. That would be 8, 9, 4, 13 points of damage.
Alright, 13 points of damage. So you... Sorry about that. You slash out your dagger, your mystical dagger very quickly. You graze him across the chest.
Second attack is higher than the last one.
Alright.
No sneak attack on this guy. That will be 15 points of damage on that one. I rolled really low on the first one. And then, so these buildings around me and whatnot.
Those are houses and
Houses and stuff.
There's an inn. This would be an inn, I guess, and this would be houses.
Can I see any windows or anything like that? Would any of them have what we consider dim light? Like inside or a shadow?
No, I'd say it's the middle of the day.
Okay, no like heavy shadows or anything? Okay. Then I will use my bonus action to dodge. Or to patient defense.
Alrighty. It'll be Skull's
Is it
turn.
a shocking
And I will say,
songs?
do I know you?
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Bard, baby.
Okay. Oh, actually, he's gonna stand over here. So you've taken damage. I don't believe the cloak is active, and this person has advantage because you're prone.
Okay.
Is that how it works?
Oh yeah,
The
I
cloak-
don't even
you
have the
even have the
cloak
cloak?
on.
Okay.
No, I have the bracers on.
26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll solidly hit.
Yeah.
Even with blades not gonna shield up.
You take 17 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I will proceed to fail that with a 9.
You take 24 points of poison damage.
Okay, cool.
So he
This
stabs
is-
down,
Oh no.
stabs down with a short sword. You can feel the poison immediately course through your vein. Yersta's turn.
Doing too good.
Yersta is going to go ahead and cast a spell on Gallant.
Counterspell.
It fizzles. You see him go, what? And he looks over to you, rather annoyed, this well-coiffed man holding these kind of
Yeah.
ornaments, and you make a wisdom saving throw.
I do?
Mhm.
Shit. That's gonna not go well. Guys,
Uh-oh.
we're in trouble. Zero.
You rolled a 1.
I rolled a 3.
You
Minus 3.
take 17 points of necrotic damage as he casts Toll the Dead on you. You can hear a dull dong 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 scream throughout your head.
God, I'm glad I didn't cast.
Oh my god. 17, you said?
Yep. Selena.
Charm person on Gallant.
Okay.
Wisdom save 16, please.
Charm person. So he's 19 on the die, so 22.
Yeah. Okay. Healing word. So I did charm person, and then we'll see. Can I do a second level healing word? Yeah. Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a second level healing word on Civilius. Use my fancy dice. So it's 2d4 plus 4. And I got these cool little dice with hearts on them, so let's see how this goes.
All the cool dice.
Ooh, 4, 5, 9 points of healing for Civilius.
There you go. Feeling better?
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Here.
Well, you can get hit one more time.
Let me
Don't
know.
die. That's what I've got.
Gallant's turn. Gallant is going to use a bonus action. You know me. You sent me to prison. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is this a magical effect?
Nope.
20.
You make it. And then with his action, that was his bonus action, with his action. Yeah, he wouldn't. 11 to hit.
Nope.
Alrighty. That's his turn. So he swings up with a short sword, and you dodge it.
Does this rekindle any memory specifically yet?
Oh, no, you never really... God. Roll perception.
Perception.
Yeah.
11.
11. He's starting to seem very familiar. He's changed a lot.
Yeah.
But, you remember the man you sent to prison.
Oh, is that... I didn't know if there was, more or whatever, or if I knew...
No, he just looks different than you last saw him. It was hard to... He was
Oh.
he was, disguised or whatever.
Yeah, got it.
He was a lot more swole and a lot more broken down.
Alright.
Alright, Doug's turn.
Dig Doug.
What would Doug do? Doug
I love the
Doug will
name
dig.
things.
is going to stand here.
Dig, Doug, dig.
And Doug is going to attack you first, Selena.
Mm-hmm.
21 total.
Yeah.
Alright. He doesn't have advantage on you for any reason, so you take 7 points of piercing damage, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, don't fail me now. Don't... 11.
You take 24 points of poison damage.
But I'm resistant to poison, so
You
12.
are!
Yes. Do I get advantage on poison throws?
No, I don't think so. Just a resistance. But you can check your features.
I will gladly check my features. Ooh, you have gained resistance to poison damage and have advantage on saving throws against poison.
There you go. Go ahead and roll it again just to make sure.
17!
You make it, so you only take 12, which is then reduced to 6 instead of
Yes!
12. So
Christ, I'm squishy.
So he stabs into you expecting a pretty assured strike, and he just sees the poison barely flicker, and he's like, oh, that's not good. And then he turns to Gilly.
No.
Gilly, it's your turn.
Can't touch this. No, 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 no. I go casting greater invisibility on myself.
Alrighty. Greater invisibility?
Yeah. No. It's counterspelled?
It's counterspelled. Natural
Can-
20.
Does somebody see the...
Yeah, so this guy begins to cast counterspell.
Okay.
So I should declare it.
So is this after? Because I've already used my reaction to absorb elements off the blast.
Yeah, but-
so would this
But
be
then we
within the
started
same-
initiative, so you're
Okay.
good. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll try to counterspell it while
Yeah.
I'm down if I can see it still.
You counterspell it automatically. You cast it
Okay.
at 3rd level.
Got
He
it.
just rolled a natural 20 on his counterspell. So he goes to counterspell it, and you're like, nope!
Thank you.
You see it fly out of his hand.
Because almost have been really, really bad. for
You
me.
you become greaterly invisible.
Okay. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to cast a second level healing word on myself.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'm gonna be no help to anyone.
Do you want the magic healing
Yeah.
dice?
I'll use these magic missile ones. and
Perfect.
see. Okay. They did equally great and terrible. 1 and a 4. So that's a total of.
Isn't that what you want from that?
11.
Yeah, 11.
Equality.
11. You are
Perfectly
11.
balanced.
As all things should be.
And I think I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. So, Vilius, it's your turn. You are prone. Did you stand up from being prone?
I did.
Yeah.
I said I stand up. Yeah.
Okay. So,
I
Vilius, you're
stand
on.
up.
All right. So, you.
Bonus action the Blade Song in order to boost my AC, and then I will use my regular action to drink a healing potion.
Alrighty.
Greater.
44 plus 4, buddy.
Yep.
Do you stand there? You stay there?
Yeah, I'm not sure where else I'm gonna move.
Alrighty.
So, like, I could probably move over so I'm next to him and Galant, but then if there
Would you like to?
No, I would not.
You don't provoke.
I know I won't provoke, but if
Oh,
there's no flanking.
Is there a straight line of sight between Doug and the other guy?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Are
Yeah.
they less than 30 feet apart?
6, 7, 8,
I
10.
think so, yeah.
Interesting.
So I heal
They're
10
25
points.
feet apart.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'll swing around next to Justice, so right below Justice.
Alright. Boop.
'Cause
Swing
that'll
around.
help Give Justice advantage because he has an ally within 5 feet.
You'll give him sneak attack, but yeah.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Alright, that's your turn. Stumpy's turn.
Little Stumpy. Where did we meet Stumpy?
He got
In the
made.
street.
Ah, that was Stumpy. That was Stumpy.
Yeah, I made him.
And we just assumed he was from the College of Whispers,
Hmm.
which may or may not have been true at this point.
They were
I didn't do my research or my homework.
I'm having like this really reminds me of Janestown in Firefly.
Stumpy goes, "Hey! How you doing, Sylvelius?" And he begins to cast a spell on you.
Counterspell.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Yep.
Didn't you
With
counter?
advantage
You
because-
counterspelled your start earlier.
I already have my turn back now.
Yeah. She's good.
Oh,
Is
so I have
is enhanced ability still up?
I lost it when we were hit.
Okay. Yeah. So, 20.
Yeah. So he goes to cast a spell and it just
21
fizzles.
technically. Yeah.
So you, Gilly.
Is it too loud? Are you guys okay?
I think that's
I'm
fine.
invisible though.
correct.
You are.
Correct.
He
He
doesn't
cannot
look at
see
her.
you.
Correct.
That's all he got.
That's right. That's right. That's all he's got.
Alrighty. Justice, it's your turn. Going toe to toe with Gallant.
I'll say from the Stone Marsh.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna attack him. I do not have advantage. I'm making 2 separate attack rolls. That is 17 and 18.
Hit.
All right. First attack, a sneak attack, and you know what? Heck, just yep.
Fuck him up!
So that first attack is 10, 16 plus 20 points of damage,
Woo!
and then the second attack. Oh, stunning strike.
Thank
Okay.
Good, good. Perfect.
What's your DC?
1 second.
That's 11, so I'm pretty sure he fails. He fails.
He does.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna hit him again. All right, and that second one was a second hit, so that will be 8 plus 4 is 12 points of damage.
All right.
Wouldn't you technically have advantage on the second hit?
I guess so.
Check for a natural 20.
That was a natural one, so that didn't.
Just
Then I
worth
will
a shot.
use. I will use I'm going to use my bonus action to quaff a greater healing potion.
Alrighty.
44 plus 4?
Yep. Skull's turn. Skull's gonna move here and make an attack against you, Justice. So he has 2. So 13 and then 16.
Miss.
So you see him pull out a second short sword now that the fight is really going on, and
Swing. So that was 7 plus 6
Action.
is 13 plus 4 is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yersta's turn. Yersta's gonna move up. Yersta's gonna feed Gallant a potion. So you see him pull out a beautiful, brilliant blue circling potion, and he just like cracks it over Gallant's head, and it goes restores all sorts of health. That's his action. With his bonus action, he's gonna cast a spell.
Counter spell.
It fizzles. Selena, it's your turn.
I'm out of this one.
Agonizer's Scorcher
I'm
between
almost out
Doug
too.
and Skull.
So,
Sure. Did you want to stand next to Gilly for that one? Where were you going to put yourself?
Right where I'm at is fine because it looks like it's a straight shot between the two, right?
You have to be able to... It's a line from you. It's like a line.
Yeah, then sure, I'll skirt around Doug to the backside of where Gilly is.
So you're like, oh, excuse me. They have to make dexterity throws?
Please.
Okay. 8 and 16.
Ooh, 16 barely makes it. He makes half damage, and
Okay.
then 8 takes full damage.
Okay.
So that is 3d8.
So
So it's a 5.
Mm-hmm.
That was cocked. Plus 7 is 12.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't roll these all at the same time. 13 fire damage.
Alrighty. You see the fire arc out, and it burns them both.
13 fire damage, and then I am also going to drink a healing potion, but just a regular one. And that's 2d4 plus 2. 3 and 2 make 5, 6, 7. Which is not the best, but it's not the worst. So bonus action, movement.
Mm-hmm.
I am now here. Here we are.
Gallant. You say, from the stone marsh. He looks around. Yeah, from the stone marsh. You ruined my life. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
He's no longer stunned.
That's a good. Oh, he is stunned. Yeah, he's stunned. I forgot. So he just says that. From the stone marsh. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, right. That's his turn. He doesn't get to do anything. Doug's turn. He's gonna pull out his second short sword. 1 to each of you.
Gilly's
Disadvantage
invisible.
because I'm invisible.
Yes,
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's cocked. Same roll, but it was cocked first time. 11 to hit you
Nope.
with disadvantage, and then for you,
Like I said, can't touch this. Oh no.
natural 20
Oh no.
Okay. And remind me what shield does.
plus 5 to AC. It won't do anything.
Plus 5, that would put me at 19.
Yeah,
Nope, that
20's
doesn't
hit.
do anything. Yeah.
So he doesn't
That's
actually
my
take attack
reaction,
damage,
right?
so that's good. So you take plus 3, so just 10 points of piercing, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
10 points of piercing,
With advantage.
12, and 11. So 12.
12. You take 48 points of poison damage, halved to 24 because of your resistance.
I'm still down
Okay. So the second stab.
by 1 point.
Ah!
I had 23 points down, so I'm down.
All right.
Dang.
Gilly, it's your turn.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that poisons.
This changes some things. So I'm going to first things first. I'm just going to with my bonus action, I'm going to put a first level healing word into Selena.
All right.
And then, oh, why am I rolling d8s? That's not a thing. That's cure wounds. 7.
You pop right back up, so you go down, Selena. You're prone now, but you come right back up.
And then, I'm going to use a 2nd level charm person
Okay.
on Doug
Yeah.
and on, let's say Stumpy. They're within 30 feet of each other. Do I have line of sight to Stumpy?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm doing that.
That's
So
19 wisdom saving throw.
19. Are you
DC
sure?
19. I'm attuned to the rod.
Oh, yeah, nice. So it'd
And
be
it's a
6,
and it's a
4
warlock
plus
spell
1.
for
Yep.
me. Yep.
So they have advantage because it's
Right.
charm person. So this is first roll. Stumpy gets a 18 total. Doesn't make it, and he doesn't counterspell.
You can't, because you can't see me.
Right, correct, exactly. Yeah. And then Doug was the other one.
Yeah.
He also gets advantage. 17 total. So you let out loose charm person is concentration?
Nope.
It's not?
Nope.
Oh.
No.
It is not.
Oh shit.
It
Oh yeah, that's
lasts
right. It's an hour.
Less an hour.
Suggestion is actually concentration.
Correct.
It lasts 8 hours until fulfilled.
I made choices on purpose.
So you see both of them, their weapons kind of drop a little.
You're on the wrong side of this fight. Defend us.
As long as I get paid. Doug turns around towards Gallant. Stumpy goes, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine.
I knew Stumpy'd come around. He was an ally after all.
Yes!
Him and
Well,
my
that fight
allies.
turned quick. Sevilla. Oh, was that your turn, Gilly? Sorry. Do you want to move?
I don't. Well,
He can't attack you.
he can't attack me now. May I just try to... Well, I'm within 60 feet of all the action, right? 30
Mhm.
feet of most of the action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll step up. I'll step up here. One more. There. Because if
Okay.
because a 10-foot thing would get both of them, right? Yep. I'm ready for next turn.
Sevilius.
So,
Yeah.
with the way that I understand that Thunderstep works,
Yeah.
if I blip out of existence and I blip back into a space within the range that it goes off in, it happens immediately after I disappear, but not before I reappear.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed. It happens when you leave. That is mechanically
So
speaking.
at that point, I'm transferring.
Yeah. Are you just
so-
trying to stand still and do it
basically either stand still or
within
like
the radius?
move.
Yeah, it works. Because you
Okay.
disappear, the rolls happen, and then you appear.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to grab Justice and
Okay.
I'm going to Thunderstep.
Oh wow! Look at that
Um,
placement. Yeah, they just
Yeah, they're all kind of there. So 4th level,
Oh.
Thunderstep.
Oh god.
And then I will move. So Justice will shift below Billy, and I will shift next to Yersta. So in the 2 squares right above them. DC
Stumpy.
16 con saves.
Stumpy does not counterspell you because he's not your enemy anymore.
Yep.
So DC what?
DC 16 con saves
All right.
for all 3 of them.
4 on the dice for your stuff. Gallant gets a 15 total. And Skull gets... Oh, that's cocked. Skull gets jack shit. Roll your damage.
Oh,
Come
jeez.
on, damn it.
Here, you need a
I can't
D10.
roll D10s.
Do you want a big D10?
Here you
No,
go.
I lost one.
Everyone's like, take all our D10.
Yes.
1, 2. So that was
Oh, you need another one?
13, 19, 22,
Those have done so well for you. Look at that.
24 points of thunder
My
damage.
God.
Skull looks rough.
Those are some good rolls.
So where do you teleport to? I'm sorry.
Okay, so Justice below Gilly. Unless Justice doesn't want to come along and he wants to take
Nope.
the... Okay. And then me next to Justice above your stuff.
So there's a quick... And... When you reappear, the thunderous boom lets out across the city, and you reappear right where you are.
Oh,
That was your
God.
action?
Yep.
Anything
Good
else?
job.
No. That's it. Yeah, I don't have any other bonus actions.
All right. Stumpy's turn. Stumpy is gonna go, well, guess I'm fighting for the other team. Don't know why. He's going to cast Hold Monster on Gallant.
Is he truly a monster, though?
Works
Isn't
on
the
everything.
true monster
I guess he would cast
Justice?
Hold Person. There's no reason to cast Hold Monster. It's a person. Gallant gets an 11. No, 12. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Gallant is paralyzed.
Oh no.
You see Gallant body walk up. A look of fear goes into his eyes. Justice, it's your turn.
I guess I'm just gonna keep unloading on Gallant while he's all tied up. Actually, I'm gonna unload on Yersta because Gallant is available. So I'm making 2 separate attacks. That is a 20 and like a 27. I rolled a 19 on the dice.
Hit.
That's 13 points of damage on the first hit,
Okay.
and then 10 points of damage on the second hit.
All right.
And then I'm going to use bonus action key point to flurry blows.
Yep.
How hurt does Gallant look?
He's hurt. He's not debilitatingly on the last door. He's hurt. He's bloody. You guys done a lot of damage to him.
2 more attacks.
Got a lot of health left though.
That's a 15 and then a 19.
15, 19 on Yersta? Hit
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yersta's not very hard to hit.
Actually, almost rolled the wrong thing. So that would be this plus this. So that's for 7 points and 7 points. 7, so 14 more points of damage.
So with those last 2 strikes, you just drive your fists into his heart.
Exactly.
Double up punch, and he just falls over.
Turn to look at Gallant.
Okay. Skull's turn. Skull, like, dog, what the hell you doing, man? Come on. He gestures over. He is going to move up here. He made 2 attacks at you, Justice. Oh, that flipped on my hand. Can't do it. Natural 20.
Okay.
So you take... We're not next to someone who can actively threaten him, so the sneak attack doesn't work. So you take 10 points of piercing. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Cool. And I have advantage on that.
You do. Y'all some poison folk.
I'm going to use cutting words on the damage that he's getting.
It's a good idea.
Oh,
4.
Thank you.
that's 10.
So you take 48 minus 4 is 44 points of poison damage. Reduced to half because you're resistant to poison.
Exactly.
So 22 points of poison damage
And then
from his first strike.
Minus 4 from my cutting words.
You already took it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it
Sorry.
before.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You looked at me, so that's why I was.
Just making sure that was all in there.
As long as it's included.
Everyone breathe.
Yeah, sorry.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Even though you were all about to die. Die with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Okay, second attack. I like my new dice. 14 total.
Yes.
So he gets you really good. He's like, I always wondered if Warforged could bleed. And he swipes at your neck with the second strike, but you're just like,
Yep.
Selena.
Sap takes forever to get out of clothes.
Selena, you are prone because you fell unconscious briefly. Actually, I'll say just because it was so quick, you're like, you're still standing. You're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm good. You're like, I'm up.
I was right there. I was like, no.
Yeah, I'll say.
Okay, I'm going to cast haste as my action.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Okay. So I am going to haste myself.
Yeah.
I am going to move next to Gallant.
Okay.
On like the back side of Gallant.
Yeah.
Around Skull so I don't provoke attack.
Okay.
Because I've got the movement.
Do you move on a far angle, like a wide angle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I don't provoke from Doug because he's charmed,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gallant is still So that was my action. My bonus action is going to be to healing word myself. So I'm gonna throw another single level healing word. 4 plus 4 is 8. Back up to 15, guys. We're
Nice.
good.
You're fine.
We're good. And then I have an extra action that I can use for attack, but I cannot use it to wild shape, can I?
No, unfortunately
Not on this turn.
No.
Okay. Then I will use it.
It's attack, object interaction, dash, disengage, hide. I think are the haste actions. So
Give me a second. Let me pull that back up so that I have my life.
mm-hmm.
This is going to sound weird, but would grapple be considered an attack?
Yep. But it's not a weapon attack, and haste specifies a weapon attack.
One weapon attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just realized, so he's paralyzed, so
Yeah.
attacks on him are considered criticals?
Correct.
Oh.
You didn't attack Gallant.
Go
did you?
on. No, I just remember. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that about. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have attacked him. It's all good. I was trying to drop the guy who kept healing him in case we didn't
No,
drop
that
him in
makes
a
sense.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What are you
Murder
doing,
the
Selena?
person who has a legitimate gripe against you. That's
Yep. Okay. So I'm
He
going
attacked
to
us.
Eldritch
I know,
Blast
I know what you mean.
Skull.
No reason.
You can't cast a spell with it. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, that's
the
right,
haste
'cause it's
action
a-
is yeah. Do you want a scimitar to attack him?
No, because he's too far away.
Okay.
Well, that's
Gallant.
okay.
It's a critical hit if you hit Gallant.
Just check.
I don't want to hit Gallant.
Oh, okay.
No one's on board with the way you wronged this man.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the story.
he told me the story.
He told you.
Because
You didn't know. Nobody
it was
told
the most
me.
watched moment of our entire series. Go ahead, Selena.
Okay, I
Nobody
will
told me I wasn't
scimitar a skull in front of me.
All right. You step forward real quick.
That's a 19
Hit.
plus 7, so 26.
Hit. 2d6 plus
And
dex.
that's,
Regular d6, psychic d6, right? Am I remembering that?
Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out where you got the second d6 from.
Yeah.
That's 4 plus 3 is 7,
Yeah.
plus 5 points of psychic damage.
So you-
7 slashing.
So Skull's just going to town, and you see this quick little green blur, and Skull just falls. And Selena's behind him with a scimitar in his back. Falls. He's dead.
Oh
killed
no! Ah! That wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay.
Did you want to declare a knockout? You have to remember to say it.
No, I didn't think he was that hurt.
Very hurt.
Oh,
Thunderstep
okay.
is a thing.
I didn't declare it, so here we are.
Okay.
my.
So you just drive him through. You're like, oh, I moved a little faster than I thought.
Whoopsie.
All right.
And then I will yell out, "Don't kill Gallant."
Gallant attempts to save from paralysis. He does not.
Uh-oh.
Doug's turn. All right.
I did
And he
say
just
defend.
He
But-
charges Gallant.
I used my
Advantage?
reaction already, so.
Oh yeah, Gallant's a fucking goner.
Okay, that's crit.
Yep, crit. Well, that second attack didn't hit. Ooh, that's an attack. So still hits. So,
Oh no.
and he gets a sneak attack on the first one, so that's 20, 30 piercing, 48 poison. Gallant has to make a Constitution saving throw. Nope. With the first attack, you see blood spill from Gallant's mouth, and then you see, oh yeah, got him! And then Doug just drives a short sword up his mouth. Like, you didn't pay me nearly enough for this! Drives a short sword
Oh my god!
and just through Gallant's skull. You see this shimmer of arcane energy, and it's just like... He takes another 48 points of poison damage from the automatic critical due to paralysis. The guy draws the blade out. Gallant lays dead in the middle of the street.
Is he dead, or can we revive him?
Revivify.
Definitely dead.
I don't have the spell slots for Revivify.
Silence. In a moment, silence falls over the streets as Gallant lays in a pool of his own blood. The charmed creatures are charmed for the next hour.
Is there any hurt civilians around us from the fireball
Everyone
or
is
anything?
scattered, and it's a
So-
dead quiet street.
But when the fireball went off, like in the middle of the street,
Oh,
did
yeah,
it
yeah,
catch
yeah.
anyone?
Yeah, there's some burning, horrified people, but they ran for it. There's a couple dead people laying around, I guess. Maybe dead or unconscious, probably, actually.
I'll
based
start
on
casting healing word on
Yeah, if we
whoever I
can
can.
help these people up. Monster.
You like what I did there, miss? The assassin says. He's like so proud of himself. Some people are like, oh, well, I mean, we were just mercenaries for the most part.
You two might want to lay low for a
Oh,
bit.
yeah, that's
Storm's
true.
down.
Oh, yeah. Whew, tell you.
Thanks for your help, Stumpy. I knew you were on our side.
The whole time, hey!
Allies,
Allies.
after all.
Do you want an autograph this time instead of running away?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Give him an autograph.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to
Quick, hurry up.
stare down at Gallant. Then I'm going to, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to look and see what he has on.
And roll investigation.
I'll help with that.
22.
You sift through his body, and the first thing you notice is this kind of incessant and incandescent arcane shimmer around him. Your hands pierce through him. You're searching. Oh, this is weird. Your kind of hands are almost through him at this moment. You push, you pull, grab, reach up to his top of his head. You feel a cap. You pull it. The illusion fades to show the simple form of some random elven bard something or other. What's your armor class?
18.
You hear as you pull back and you see the illusion fall, and you realize that this probably wasn't Gallant after all. You hear and you hear you guys see out of the other side of Justice's head a bullet exit. You take 102 points of piercing damage.
I think that would slay me. So, I'm slain.
And
I'm at negative 87 points of damage.
Yeah.
Or negative
there is a
87.
massive bang echo out through the streets. Your head gives out from one side. You fall over. You die. Gilly, you instinctively go to rush for the Revivify spell and to realize that you have no spell slots.
How far away from the airship are we at this point?
45-minute walk if you get there.
How many feet?
Sending to
I'm
what's her
out.
face?
What's in a
Irene.
mile?
I'm out.
You're at like 3,500.
If I had a third level spell
3,500.
slot, I could revivify him.
Um,
Deflect missile?
Could you catch it?
you could, but I don't think it'll save you.
Can I see where that came from? Because I'm still hasted.
Roll perception.
I'm using Morgan's card.
That's 18.
18, you look around. You look around and you see a shadowy figure with a wide brim hat and a large rifle stepping off a building in the distance. He seems to be exiting and leaving.
How far is that building?
I would say 1,200 feet.
I'm gonna wild shape into a dragon. I'm gonna fly my ass as fast as my haste can take me.
Already 120 feet, and then it would be 240 feet around if you're dashing.
Yep. Until I get to him, and then I will try to grapple him and bring him back to the group.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a second perception. This is now a chase, effectively.
Alrighty.
Never mind.
That's a 10.
All right. So you.
Oh, I have inspiration. That's a D8, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
17.
All right. So you're dashing around. You fly over there. You're looking around. You don't see him. You're looking hard.
I'm hasted. Can move.
Yeah.
So
So what are you guys doing as she searches for that? That's 6
Well,
rounds.
I was
called
healing
word,
people,
right? Yeah.
and then that happened.
Yeah.
So how many healing words did I get out first?
like there was like it was in the same span. You got out one, I'd say.
Okay, I just want to make sure I've got it marked. Okay, so I use the card from Morgan, and I say, Justice dead, need backup. And I give her the best location that I can of where we are.
All right.
And because I can't think of anything else to say in the moment, and I am putting the bodies in my bag of holding, I guess.
Which bodies?
His, and not Gallant. And Yersta. Because now I know Glitch can speak with dead. So.
Alrighty. So you put the bodies in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna.
You leave behind fake Gallant's body.
No, I take it.
Oh, you're taking the card? Okay.
And if I have the time, I'm going to cast a couple healing words on myself and on Civilius.
Alrighty.
Am I dexterous enough as a wormling to get the golden compass out of my bag?
Yeah, yeah. Dragons can wield shit and they're fine.
10 points of healing.
Can I?
Silver compass.
7 for me.
I have it labeled as a golden compass in square.
It's silver.
It's silver?
Yeah.
I can change that, I think. So that compass took me to where I wanted to go in the other plane.
Yeah.
Where does it point me now?
So you fumble in your little dragon paw and pull it out.
That's
And I'm focusing on whoever just killed
Yeah.
Justice.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Because I can cast 3-dimension doors, but I can't get further than that. So I can't get us to the ship.
Well,
Wisdom saving, that's still a 15.
It spins around. It doesn't give you any clear direction.
Okay.
So you sent Doug and Stumpy on their way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I've seen that that's not Gallant's body,
Yeah.
then I don't send them on their way.
So you try to catch up with them?
They're still charmed by me.
Yeah.
So I'll ask them
So go ahead
to
and...
keep defending me for the next
So you spin
hour.
You spin around. You're like, wait!
Yeah.
Okay.
Last thing I need is for them to get back to actual Gallant.
Alrighty. I think,
Next move.
Huh?
I've got one more move.
Okay. You can try to-
Divination, talk to the traveler.
Alright.
Justice is dead. What do we do?
Alright, so you cast divination. The traveler replies. There's just like this commoner who stops and looks up at you in your dragon form. All things change. And even death is a form of change. But it's not forever. And he walks away. The commoner just blinks. Just keep walking.
I will stop looking for the guy, go back to Justice, and say, we need to get back to the ship.
I used Morgan's card. Did I get a response?
Alrighty. So, in response, since I believe that works roughly as the sending spell, she goes, dead! Well, bring that little husk of a corpse on by. See what we make of it.
So I pick up Justice and I start moving.
Alright.
As a weird dragon thing.
Alright.
Day dragon.
Justice is in my...
Just up here.
Oh, he's in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Then I will carry you. And
Okay.
I mean, I can move.
You can also act as an intelligent mount.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Playing with my nipples, my metal nipples.
Your nipples.
Nipples.
Snapping
How are you
the
getting
things
back?
back in. I guess I'm walking since everyone else is.
So
flying?
I must have lost my hasted at some point because I only lost.
Yeah, last a minute, yeah. You sit there for a moment and then you move on with your business.
So we should get to the ship.
Yeah. So as you guys head back to the ship, you can see there seems to be, Morgan and Glitch kind of waiting expectantly on the deck of the ship. As you begin to board, we are going to head and call it there, so we can give this the time and the effort it deserves next week. We're just gonna call it early. We will see what happens and how this all unfurls and transpires.
Feels like a cock block to stop this early.
It does.
I'm out of juice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I've had a rough holiday season, and it's a bit of an intentional cock block.
Well, I get to roll Rudolph.
Yeah.
He did say he would kill one of us tonight.
Yep.
So, violent shot is a hell of a thing.
Oh my god.
Thank you for those who showed up tonight. Follow and subscribe if you were enjoying tonight. Let us know what you thought. Tonight's episode, bit of an intense one. The drama and the tension will carry straight on through the next episode as we see what happens when one of the party members is now dead. Yeah. Remember our friends at Animal Helper? Is there anything anyone would like to say?
I can't wait for next week when Rudolph is introduced to the party.
Yeah, Rudolph's not a thing.
Well,
He can stay in Draska. You're welcome to run with him.
we hope that you enjoyed the new overlay
Yes.
that we've got out for the new year.
Yep.
And we have a map coming soon.
We do. Now, should be ready next week. It's pretty much finished. I just want to mull over a few pieces. I'm not, Alexis was generous enough to donate her time and draw a map of the Gishari Republic for me, which is the western continent, most of the western continent in this world of Ada that we play in. I'm not the best when it comes to maps and artistic direction, so it's been piecemeal, but Alexis did a very good job. I'm very happy to see part of my world come to life.
Just as part of your world does the opposite.
Yep, that'll happen. We will return next week in smack dab in the middle of the drama. Stay tuned. Sorry, I try to power through it. Holidays are hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Family is special.
We have the map coming soon, and stay tuned on our socials and make sure to follow and subscribe. And we will have some announcements coming up soon as well. New content for the new year.
Yeah, and we will not be playing Divinity on Friday, like we have been. And we won't have time on Saturday either. So
Maybe we'll think of something to fill the Friday night.
Pay attention.
Stay tuned to our socials.
Oh yeah.
It's just me staring at a camera. Hello, Friday night, folks.
I mean, we could just have a camera following him around as a giant, but
Oh, we're playing D&D
Yes.
at the home game Friday night.
Yeah.
None of us are going to be available
we're
Friday.
cheating on you Friday night for another D&D game that is not being streamed.
We have
because
non-streamed.
I think it's 7.5
Years long.
Yeah.
and we can't catch you up.
It's even more convoluted than the Ghost in the Machine,
really
if you can believe.
It's only fitting because I killed Matt's character in that game.
He did.
That's true.
All right. Well,
It won't be that long. We only have the next Friday session as will be our last session, I'm sure.
sorry for the shorter session.
Should take this out.
I'm feeling a little off my game right now. I want to do this. I want to do this next leg of this correctly. I can already feel myself not coping. So,
Yeah.
I'll give it the time and energy it deserves next week. I'm gonna do some self-care, some meditation. Gonna feel good, and we're all just gonna leave this session feeling great.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
See you next week in the wonderful world of Edda.
Bye.